destroyed Force Leader Ulysses has altered its course. It now appears to be pulling away from the rogue planet and heading toward Earth.
I must say, I don't like the sound of that. What's its estimated time of arrival, Evans?
At this point, it has to be a pretty rough estimate, but I'd guess it'll be here sometime within the next 48 hours.
What game are they playing?
Do you think maybe it's the beginning of their invasion plan, Doctor?
Evans, follow its progress closely and keep your eyes peeled for any more ships coming from the vicinity of the planet. We may be looking at the vanguard of a powerful alien fleet.
Right.
If the invasion is coming, I want to have as much advance warning as possible.
Far above, the cause of Dr. Corman's worries continues its ominous descent for the seemingly helpless planet below.
This is Leopold at Control Center. I'm commencing final approach to Earth. Are you ready to receive me?
This is Control Center. Everything's been made ready for you, Commander. We eagerly await your arrival. Suggest you proceed on current heading and prepare to receive the homing frequency, which will guide you to our coordinates.
Understood. All systems are ready to receive and analyze. Navigational control standing by for transfer of coordinates. You may begin transmitting when ready.
Commander, the homing frequency has now been activated. It should reach you on wavelength 09. Please confirm reception.
Reception confirmed. I am following the homing frequency to your coordinates. Perhaps I should explain the reason for my being here. I am a personal envoy from our Queen. As you all must know, the coming of the planet Millennia is close at hand. And Her Cosmic Majesty has appointed me to examine thoroughly all the arrangements you have made. I hope for your sakes I'll find everything according to plan. I need hardly remind you that any deviation from the schedule, no matter how slight, could seriously jeopardize our mission.
Commander, there is nothing that could make us forget our duty. Nothing. Isn't that right, Olivia?
What do you mean?
You haven't forgotten about your duty, have you, Princess?
I don't appreciate your tone of voice, Alan.
I'm sorry if I offended.
Control Center, are you still there?
Yes, Commander, I'm here. And may I say, sir, it will be an honor to receive the Queen's envoy. We all look forward to helping you in any way we can.
Thank you. I have transferred navigational control to your homing beam. I will be with you shortly.
Meanwhile, in a dark and lonely house on the outskirts of Capital City, a clandestine meeting is taking place that will change the course of future events.
So you finally come to realize the seriousness of my warnings, and now you want to bargain with me for my help in saving the Earth from destruction. I suppose I should be quite flattered that the chairman of the ISC's Board of Governors found the time in his busy schedule to pay a visit.
I am acting in these proceedings on my own behalf, not as a representative of the scientific community. Nobody else knows I came here to see you.
Now I understand. You prefer to keep your colleagues in the dark, is that it? You want this matter to remain between the two of us.
Precisely.
Very interesting.
I am in a position to give you everything you want.
That's very gratifying to hear, Mr. Chairman, because I will want a great deal. After all, I'm going to help you save mankind from extinction, and I believe that should be worth quite a bit. Don't you?
Control Center, there's another message that I neglected to mention earlier.
Yes, Commander, go ahead.
Her Cosmic Majesty wanted me to wish her daughter well. She hopes the princess is not troubled by those doubts that were present the last time they talked.
Well, Olivia, aren't you going to say anything? He'll expect a response.
Tell him the message was received.
The princess sent you her thanks for delivering the message, Commander.
Understood. I am now discontinuing transmission.
Well, I guess we'll all have to be on our best behavior from now on, won't we? Olivia, where are you going? I hope you will be on hand for Commander Leopold's arrival.
Yes, Alan, I'll be here.
As Olivia seeks the peaceful solitude of her throne room, her mind is troubled by the doubts of which Leopold has spoken. Doubts that cannot be erased by a mother's concern.
I called upon my ancestors for guidance, but they have turned their backs on me. And now time is running out. Now I am faced with the choice of breaking my word or betraying my people. Leave me alone!
Yeah, I'm coming. Yeah, hold your horses. Observatory, Christopher speaking.
Thank goodness you're there.
Olivia, what's the matter?
Oh, Christopher, I don't know who to turn to. Dr. Corman doesn't trust me. My own people don't trust me. You're the only person who has any faith in me at all.
But Olivia, what happened?
It's what's going to happen. Now listen to me very carefully.
All right.
We have only one chance, and it may be too late even for that. Christopher, do you still have the plans to your father's rocket engine?
My father's, yeah, I've still got them.
Good. Now what I want
Wait, what do you want me to do with them?
do nothing for now, but I want you to keep them very safe and where you can get your hands on them at a moment's notice. As I said, I fear it may already be too late. Commander Leopold will be arriving in a matter of hours, and once he's here, they'll be watching my every move.
What do you mean? Who's this Commander Leopold anyway? I've never heard of him before.
He's responsible for destroying Dr. Corman's ship, the Ulysses. He's a personal envoy of the Queen of 1,000 Years sent to Earth to oversee the final preparations for the coming of the millennia. He's also the Commander-in-Chief of the Millennium Fleet. He's never been defeated.
Never?
Never. His power is too great. There's no force on Earth that can ever hope to oppose him. Goodbye.
Wait! Olivia! Olivia! Talk to me! We're running out of time. I only wish there was something I could do.
Observatory Corps immediately.
What is it? Oh, shit. What does this mean?
Huh?
Has the MIC finally decided to do something? Blake, I want to speak to the chairman of the Board of Governors at once.
Mm-hmm. He thought you might be calling.
Mr. Chairman, I can't believe the government approved this plea of yours.
The time has come to act independently of government.
But, sir, we're supposed to be men of science, not men of war.
Dr. Corman, we are men of both war and science, and you must come to grips with that fact if you do not want to be left behind. Over and out.
That power-mad megalomaniac, this is a complete betrayal of everything the ISC is supposed to stand for. Sooner or later, I knew this would happen.
What now, Doctor?
Evans, would you be so good as to transmit the proceedings over the observatory VidCom? I prefer to watch this fiasco unfold in the privacy of my own room.
Doctor, wait.
All systems report ready and standing by. We have a launch commit. Repeat, we have a launch commit. Saber 1, you are cleared for launch in T-minus 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Launch, Saber 1. Saber 1 has cleared the entry. Launch Saber 2. Launch Saber 3.
Alan, what has happened? What was that alarm?
It would appear your friends, the Earthmen, are eager to provide more target practice for Commander Leopold.
They're mad.
Yes, while I admire their persistence, their sanity does seem open to question. You needn't look so worried, Olivia. I'm sure the commander can take care of himself.
I'm sorry, Dr. Corman, but I think this is crazy. How can you sit there with that stupid thing at a time like this?
Really, Christopher, fishing is a very ancient, very sacred ritual I'm performing. It calms the nerves.
It may be calming your nerves, but it's driving me nuts. Jeepers. Aren't you nervous? The fate of the whole planet is at stake, and we're sitting here playing Huck Finn and Tom Sawyer. Hey, what does it mean when that happens?
It means I have a bite.
You had a bite, but not much else.
As if today weren't bad enough already.
Dr. Corman, do you think that expedition has a chance?
I'm not optimistic. We all saw how easily that mysterious vessel destroyed the Ulysses. I can't see how that power-mad fool, the chairman of the ISC, can hope to have any better luck against it. But what really bothers me is that he's dragging the ISC right into the very front lines of this whole conflict. That's not where we belong. After all, we're supposed to be men of reason and logic. We're supposed to be scientists, not saber-rattling idiots.
In terrible times like these, I guess just about everybody wants to get into the act.
Yes, I'm sure they do, Christopher, but I believe that any fighting should be left to those men whose job it is to fight. One thing I do know, if we had more fishermen in this universe, it would be an infinitely more peaceful place. But I suppose that's too much to ask for.
The enemy vessel should be coming into your scanning range at any moment. It's approaching me on tangent Z Tango Niner. This is Saber 1. I've spotted him. Attack formation, all units.
Roger, Saber 1. We're right behind you.
Both of you, follow me.
Commander, the Earth ships are converging on us.
Like moths to the proverbial flame.
Fire!
Is your ship damaged, Commander?
By these insects, don't be ridiculous. Their weapons hardly register on our sensors. Now, open fire. Control Center, one of our little visitors has been destroyed. The others will be joining their companion as soon as they are good enough to come within range again.
You know, you're right. This place is so peaceful, you could almost forget what's going on up there in space.
I'm not trying to forget. I'm just looking for a moment or two of tranquility in order to sort things out in my mind.
Doctor? Tell me, do you think Olivia could be trusted? I mean, where do you think she stands in all of this?
My boy, I only wish I knew. I believe her when she says that she's our friend, but we must also remember that she's a princess of the Lamatal, and their goal is the destruction of the human race. We have no way of knowing where her loyalties will ultimately lie. She may be forced to betray us against her will. But why did you mention Olivia? Have you heard from her?
Christopher, your father's plans are the only hope we have. Bring them to me, Christopher. Hurry.
She may be forced to betray us against her will.
Trust me, Christopher.
Remember, their goal is the destruction of the human race.
It may already be too late. Your father's rocket engine is the only hope we have. Meet me in the city at 6 o'clock and bring those plans, Christopher. Please, Christopher.
My boy, we have no way of knowing where our loyalties will ultimately lie.
Christopher, there comes a time in every young man's life when he has to make his own decisions, when he must come to grips with the fact that those carefree days of his childhood are gone forever. There will always be people who will want to make your decisions for you. But if you're ever to become a man, you must resist that temptation. Be strong enough to use your own judgment, your own sense of right and wrong.
I'm torn between two peoples. I'm completely alone on this world. I thought at least that you still trusted me, Christopher. I guess I must have been wrong.
She might be forced to betray us.
After all we've been through, what more can I say or do to make you understand that I'm on your side?
Use your own judgment, your own sense of right or wrong.
Christopher? Christopher, are you all right?
Huh?
Stop daydreaming. You've got a bite.
Well, why are we wasting our time on this? Why? Why?
Huh? What's happening?
Nothing. I made up my mind, that's all. I'm gonna leave if that's all right with you.
Mm-hmm.
Know what time it is by any chance?
Let me see. It's 4:15.
4:15 already? I gotta make tracks.
Christopher? Hey, what's all the rush?
There's someone in the city I've got to go see. I'll be back tonight.
Perfect. Little Runt will be alone at last. Now here's my chance to grab him.
Moments later, back at Dr. Corman's observatory.
Well, there's no looking back now, Chris. You made your decision. Like it or lump it. Yep.
The boss wants to see you again.
Oh, yeah? Well, tell him I've got better things to do with my time.
Sorry. He wants to see those plans of yours. Stop! Come back here, you little pipsqueak.
I want to see this creep. Just try to keep up with me.
Little brat. Stop! I'm warning you. Suicidal in their persistence. But I'm wasting my precious time by playing these games with them. The time has come to employ some evasive maneuvers.
But, Commander, if you deviate from your present flight path, your ship won't be able to follow the homing frequency to our position.
I've decided to leave my flagship out here in high orbit. I'll be coming down to you in my one-man shuttle pod. These bothersome Earth ships will never be able to keep up with that.
The time, 5:30 already. I have to meet Christopher in the city.
Shuttle pod locked into homing frequency and away.
Commander, something's been launched from the enemy vessel. What is it? It's some kind of shuttle heading for the Earth. Shall we pursue?
If that is the one-man shuttle pod, it is capable of an incredible speed. The boss of 1,000 Thieves warned me that any pursuit of it would be hopeless.
Huh?
His plan appears to be working. The Earth ships are falling farther and farther behind. Olivia, the commander will be expecting you to greet him. Princess!
I was a fool to let it get so late. Now I must hurry.
Now arriving at Outer City Transport Terminal. Passengers should be trained here for outlying metropolitan areas 1 through 7. This stop.
Oh, no, it's another one of them.
Transport Terminal with connections to all express and local lines.
Hello, young man. How are you? Oh, hey, excuse me, sir. Hey!
I think I lost him. Huh? A dead end.
Give me those plans, you little punk.
Over my dead body.
Is that an invitation, kid? Oh, batting practice, huh? Okay, place for it.
As church bells ring out the hour over the rooftops of Capital City, Olivia waits for Christopher at the charred remains of his home, and she begins to suspect that her worst fears have been realized, that her young friend has joined all the others who have turned their backs on her.
He won't come. He was my only hope. Oh, Christopher! Why have you abandoned me? Couldn't you trust me just one more time? But then what would I do if I'd lost everything he's lost? His home and his parents? Can I blame him for losing faith in me when he's lost everything else? I never knew what it meant before.
Control center, my helmet's reading the homing frequency perfectly. I'm now beginning my approach pattern on your coordinates.
Roger, Commander. We have you arriving in 3.79 minutes. All systems standing by and ready to receive you. Activate landing bridge 1.
Landing bridge engaged and activated. Now.
Commander, you are cleared for landing. Welcome to the planet Earth, sir. I only hope you come in time, Commander Leopold. I hope I'm wrong, but I'm beginning to have doubts about the princess's commitment to our cause.
Where is Olivia, by the way?
She's disappeared.
Disappeared?
Yes, sir. And I suspect that she might be in contact with forces hostile to our mission.
Silence! I will not stand by and allow the Queen Designate to be accused of disloyalty.
Sir.
I will begin my inspection of this facility at once.
Yes, sir. This is our research and development complex, the hub of the control center, Commander.
Eh? It seems remarkably empty for being the hub of the entire operation.
But, sir,
Well?
we temporarily shut down operations to make ready for your arrival.
Everything is not what it should be in this place. Could there be something in what he says about Olivia? I'd like to see the rest, if you don't mind.
Yes, sir.
Since Her Highness has apparently been detained somewhere else, I suppose you'll have to be my guide.
Yes, sir. If you will follow me, please.
Wait just a moment, Alan.
Huh?
I would like to meet our distinguished guest. Welcome to my domain, Commander Leopold. I hope you managed to elude your pursuers and to land safely.
I did.
Then I'll leave you now. Alan will see to your needs.
But, my princess, I am here to inspect the operation.
He knows much more about that than I.
But, Your Highness!
Yes, what is it?
Pardon me, my princess, but I must say that I am somewhat disturbed by the manner in which this enterprise is being conducted.
Commander, what are you talking about?
It's been said that this operation is falling behind. And forgive me, but there have even been rumors that Your Highness's commitment to our mission is ambiguous at best.
My loyalty has been questioned?
Yes.
I see. Commander, come with me if you would. I think you'll find that we are making great progress here, particularly in the development of our evacuation ship. I hope I'll be able to prove to you that these rumors are merely that and nothing more. Do not be hesitant, gentlemen. You are welcome here in my chamber. Perhaps I can satisfy your curiosity. This box contains the document I brought you here to see, the plans for Dr. Jensen's powerful rocket engine. Examine them if you wish. I know you harbor suspicions. I'm about to share with you a secret.
Yes, my queen.
This knowledge is not to be shared with anyone outside this room. Do you understand?
You can rely on me implicitly, Your Majesty, with any confidential information entrusted to me. So these are the plans. Very interesting. The perfection of this design is remarkable, and to think this was conceived of by humans. Thank you.
She's not fooling me that easily.
This, for me, is proof enough of your allegiance to our cause and our queen. I am convinced of your loyalty, Your Majesty. Please, forgive us our doubts.
This proves nothing. I am not so easily deceived.
You were not wise to openly question the loyalty of the Queen Designate of Millennia. This is a serious offense, and one you are likely to regret after the transfer of the planets takes place. In the future, I want proof before you involve me in your allegations.
I want immediate radio reports from all pilots if you spot anything unusual up there. Not only were our missiles unable to intercept the incoming starship, but now it seems the mysterious starship has vanished from all our radar screens as well.
I do not like the look of this. This is not a healthy situation for any of us, especially not me. This is one phone call I am not looking forward to making, but I am afraid it cannot be avoided. The boss is not going to be happy about this. Boss, I have news. It is not good. The incoming starship has somehow avoided detection. It has vanished from the face of the radar screens.
What do you mean, vanished?
Disappeared completely, without a trace. It has been...
Now listen to me and listen well. I want that ship found, and I want an accurate report on its location. Understand?
I'm doing everything I can. You know that I am.
I don't trust that guy. He'd be a fool to betray us, but I wouldn't put anything past him.
I can infiltrate the tracking station and get some information on my own.
No, we must rely on the chairman for the moment. But soon our day will come, and then I will savor the sweet taste of revenge on all those who've betrayed us.
But the base!
I know.
The base is still unknown to us. The headquarters of the Lamatal in the hidden land.
Then we'll have to find Christopher Jensen and extract the information from him.
As the sun sets in the western sky, Christopher speeds back to Dr. Corman's observatory, anxious to get back to the job of saving the Earth. Hi, Chris.
Hi, Dr. Corman. I'm back.
I didn't know you'd been gone.
Yeah, all day.
On a mission of earth-shaking importance, no doubt.
Huh? How did you know?
And I suppose this little expedition of yours must have been serious business.
Well, it was, actually.
Why not have us eat and tell me about it? You know I'm always interested in what you have to say.
I've given my father secret plans to Olivia.
Huh?
But now I'm afraid she might not honor the bargain. I hope I've done the right thing.
I hope so too, Chris. Depending on how those plans are used, they could be Earth's salvation or its doom.
What if I'd made a gigantic mistake and she betrayed us?
It's too late now.
But I trust Olivia, Doctor, and I don't think she...
Dr. Corman, the international scientific community has called an emergency meeting to discuss a special project. The council requests your presence immediately.
All right, I'm on my way.
You're not going to tell him I've given away the plans, are you?
My tailor's outdone himself. The cut of this jacket is exquisite. Who is it?
Commander Leopold, the honor guard is ready for your inspection.
Fine. I'll be right there. Millennium paratroopers, snap to it.
Commander, I insist on having a word with you in private.
This is private enough.
Well, in that case, you leave me no choice but to tell you about it here and now. You must believe me when I tell you that Olivia is a traitor to Millennia.
No Lama Talon has ever dared to draw a weapon on me before this moment. Is this my honor guard or your private troop?
Men, listen, your weapons, put them down now. We beg your indulgence, Commander, reacting on instinct.
That's better, Captain.
We will meet again, Commander.
Greetings, Your Majesty. I'm ready for the inspection tour.
Welcome, Commander Leopold. I'm honored to have such a distinguished escort.
Thank you.
We'll take my private elevator to the transport platform. Do not be alarmed, Commander. The electron sphere will transport us in perfect safety. Now, Commander, isn't this a pleasant way to travel? It's the next best thing to teleportation. We'll take the hovercraft shuttle around the perimeter of the ship. What you are about to see is a truly inspirational sight. Alan, we're ready for liftoff.
Ready for liftoff.
Your personal hovercraft has an unusually smooth glide. It's like sailing across a sea of glass.
If you wish to marvel at the wonders of engineering, Commander, look at this. Our greatest technological triumph, the Ark of the Lama Tau. A single starship capable of transporting the population of an entire planet. With this ship, we'll evacuate the Lama Talon pilgrims before the final moments of the transferal of the planet.
With such engineering excellence, we can soon hold the universe the way a child holds a toy.
Gentlemen, I have called you together today to announce to you the inception of Project Phoenix, a combined effort designed to stop the imminent threat that is approaching. Our plan is simple. We intend to launch a missile with a nuclear warhead of sufficient destructive capability to blast the planet of Millennia off course. Desperate times require desperate measures, and gentlemen, this emergency is certainly no exception to that rule. The construction of this project is going to be a race against time. Gentlemen, we have no choice but to win that race. Well, if there are no objections, I declare this meeting adjourned. One moment, Dr. Corman. I am very interested in your opinion of the feasibility of Project Phoenix and what you think of our chances for success.
Slim, very slim indeed.
Do not breathe a word of this. Unlike our colleagues, I am inclined to agree with you.
Then why not do something about it?
I have no idea what to do. Do you?
Only if we use the Lama Tau meteorite fragments I discovered can we generate the explosive force necessary to succeed.
Then I demand that you turn over those meteorite fragments to me immediately.
You've no right to demand anything.
Then you refuse to help?
Either I supervise the project personally, or there won't be any project.
This is outrageous. This is extortion. You are blackmailing the entire scientific community.
I'm the only one with the necessary knowledge and experience to direct this project.
Please, you have got to listen to me. You cannot hold us for ransom in this emergency situation.
Yeah, you want to bet?
Dr. Corman, come back. You must listen to reason. This lady has gone too far. One day, I swear, I will even the score.
There. Now my telescope shines as bright as the day she was new. Oh, I wonder who that could be. Hello, who is it, please? Hi, Jay, how are you? What? Something very serious has happened to your sister? A relapse? I'm on my way. I'm coming to the hospital as quickly as I can. She's got to be okay. She's just got to. After such a close call in the fire, it wouldn't be fair if anything happened to her now. I hope I can get to the hospital in time. I hope being there will make her feel better. I'm hurrying as fast as I can. I only hope it's fast enough. I've got to get to the hospital as soon as possible. Jay said his sister had a relapse. It sure sounded serious.
Dr. Davidson, Dr. Nelson, you're needed to perform some exploratory surgery in room 308. Nurse Nicoletti, please report to the maternity ward at once.
What you got around in such a hurry? They're so quiet. I hope nothing terrible has happened.
My little sister, I just can't believe it.
What's wrong?
I'll never see my little sister again.
You don't mean... She can't be. Just the other day she was feeling fine. Oh, no. What? Huh?
Surprise!
But what's this all about?
Don't you get it? Not bad, huh? We sure had you broken up pretty good.
Yeah.
Alan, back to Liz. Let's start the picnic. Oh, boy, let's get to the treat.
Now for the good part. Okay, are we ready to unveil the great masterpiece?
I am. There, how's that?
All right.
Everybody ready?
But what is it?
Ta-da!
Wow!
It's all the trees all my friends sent me while I'm here in the hospital.
This is great!
It looks just like the kind of haul you make on Halloween, only we didn't even have to go out trick-or-treating.
Wow, we can eat candy until we all get sick to our stomachs.
Let's pig out. That's for me. I'm gonna eat everything.
Here's the candy
Keep
bar.
eating until we turn blue.
At least until it's all gone. Sounds good to me.
What a plan! Boy, that was sure a great party. I just wish it wasn't so late. I should have loaned Jay my bicycle. Now I've got to walk back to the observatory. Why does it feel like that car is following me? I wonder what they want. Huh?
It isn't safe for you to be out walking alone at night.
I'll be okay.
I think it would be better if you came with me.
But you?
Yes, with me. You're not afraid, are you? Get in the car.
The time has come for me to take leave of the hidden land and return to Millennia. Serving you has been a pleasure, Your Majesty.
Thank you, and I hope you are satisfied with your findings, Commander.
I'm confident the Queen Mother will be pleased with your devotion to duty.
I'm pleased that you feel that I've served her well, Commander.
Yes. Considering our acquiring the plans for the new rocket engines, I see no reason to escalate the transferal to the planets, since we should now be ready in plenty of time, Your Majesty.
You are satisfied? I am as well.
Then I bid you farewell, Your Majesty.
She's got him wrapped around her little finger. I can't just stand by and let her get away with this. Commander, I'd like a word with you. We must talk. I know you've warned me not to make further accusations against Olivia, but I feel I must. I strongly advise you not to be too trusting and believe everything Olivia has told you. Be wary. And as head of security for the Lamatal, I will personally keep an eye on Olivia.
I know Alan is a fanatic, but he must have some basis for such accusations.
I intend to see that the transferal of planets occurs on schedule, and I'm going to make it my responsibility.
His degree of dedication is extreme. I have no doubt about his loyalty to our cause. I only hope his suspicions are not well-founded. And now, before I begin my journey, I want to leave you all with one final thought. The future of our race and of our culture depends on all of you. I know that all of you will serve the Queen of Millennia well.
Have no fear, Commander. We know what our duty is and intend to fulfill it to the best of our ability.
Farewell.
He probably believes her.
I don't know what to believe.
I'm sure the Commander is convinced of my sincerity.
Time will tell.
Our mission must succeed.
Boss, may I come in?
Yes, enter.
Come in, Chris.
Glad you could find time in your busy schedule. Please, come in.
Go in.
Void to Millennia. Commander Leopold to the Queen Mother. Leopold to the Queen. Come in, my liege.
Commander, at last. You have news of our daughter Olivia?
Yes. Olivia has secured detailed plans for a rocket engine whose designer has kept it secret. And he was murdered by his enemies, unfortunately.
You seem suspicious, Commander. Do you think Olivia is hiding something?
Yes, perhaps.
Do you have...
No proof.
Does this warrant further investigation?
Well, I could go back to her apartment, if you wish.
Solve this mystery quickly, Commander. Soon the Earth must be ours!
You're acting surprised? It's easy to see how your guys let that alien get away.
He flew too fast, too high. Our attack planes could not stop him. My mind is not made up about your supposition that some other people also want to grab Jensen's plans.
You've been warned!
That's claptrap. Your whole theory is preposterous.
Okay, nobody believes my theory because I've been unable to come up with verifiable evidence to support it. But let me tell you without a doubt, we're getting closer and closer all the time. The truth will come.
Christopher, he's mysteriously disappeared from the observatory.
What? Why must that boy always bedevil me? He keeps me so off balance. One moment I'm furious at him, and the next moment I'm feeling like I'm being too hard on the boy.
And in the meantime, Doctor?
Nothing. I can only keep hoping that our planet will be saved.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You will tell us now, Christopher. You will tell us what we want to know. You will tell us everything because you were hypnotized. You will remember all the details. You will remember all those secrets you've been keeping under your hat, especially those secrets about...
She's been so trusting of me.
I must have information about the hidden land.
She wants to build a rocket ship to save us.
Does Olivia have your father's rocket plans?
Wait. The boy's mind is too stubborn to respond to direct questioning. But a post-hypnotic suggestion to bring about a meeting with Olivia...
Yes, the boy can be persuaded through post-hypnotic suggestions. Christopher, after you wake up, you will bring Olivia to me. Understand?
Huh? Creepy. What did information did you get out of me?
Nothing we didn't already know. Olivia is a turncoat whom you foolishly trusted.
You mean? Impossible. Huh? What's that?
A pendant like Olivia's, but she hides hers.
You're trying to throw me off with a trick. You're way off base if you think Olivia's trying to hide something from me. And my father and Olivia promised to help protect me as well. You guys just want to scare me. You want to pick the plans out of my brain.
Sooner or later, I'll get exactly what I want from you.
Come on, kid. If everything you told us is true, you've got nothing to be afraid of, kid.
So who's afraid?
Chris! My boy, I was beginning to worry that you had been kidnapped.
I was, but for some reason they drove me back. It was so strange. Weird. They even put me under hypnosis.
I bet I know why. Your poor dead father and the plans they murdered him for. They killed him for the plans, now they want you.
We don't know for sure who killed Dad.
What?
But now they know that Olivia has a purpose for Dad's plans.
You told them a secret.
I wouldn't stoop to playing their stupid game no matter how much they tried to scare me.
But by your own admission, they hypnotized you. I doubt if they got anything out of you. It would make more sense for them to be worried about Olivia.
I promise you, they tried to pin me down about her, but I sidestepped each question and I told them nothing.
Wait. Every time that gangster's people make an appearance, they stop short. They're just fumbling in the dark about Olivia. It all seems more like a bluff to me. Let's hope for a speedy end to this confusion.
Wait, stop! Mira! Please, mister, don't run away! Come back! Oh no, Mira, he shot you! Mira, you'll be all right, I know it. I'm so sorry this had to happen, but I wish he'd have shot me instead.
Chris!
Huh?
I've been behind you!
Have you spotted a man with a pistol dressed up like a padre around any place?
At her apartment.
Olivia's? Oh no!
I saw him snooping around.
Somebody's been spying and backstabbing.
Backstabbing? And what about Mira? Anybody who harms a helpless cat is just a creep.
What do we do?
First I'd take care of the cat, but then I'd find these bullies' hideout by following their path.
Okay, go ahead without me. I'll get Mira back to Olivia and catch up with you.
I'm miserable because of Leopold. Everything I wanted backfired. All I wanted was to do my duty, so Leopold would trust me, but he accused me of being too suspicious. And now he doesn't trust me at all. I must confess to Olivia face to face.
In the hidden land of the Lamatal, Princess Olivia ponders her predicament.
Duty? Must we always be driven by duty? At some point, duty must give way to personal needs and individual choice. This is what I have learned from the humans.
I have to see you, Olivia.
Oh, it's you, Alan. Please come in. I'm worried about the planetary transfer of the homeworld, and I need to speak with you.
My dear princess, you have every right to worry about the time frame. I fear that I have misjudged you. Forgive me. I came to apologize and to confess. I appeal to your mercy. My doubts and suspicions about you were uncalled for.
What?
I'll tell you. I promised Commander Leopold I'd keep an eye out on you personally. I mistakenly put my faith in him. And Commander Leopold himself made deals with me that compromised my reputation. It's time to confess. My mistakes might seem so bad you'll probably never believe in me again.
I accept your confession about this matter, Alan. But why in the world would you want to make secret deals with Commander Leopold, especially behind my back?
I merely wanted to be dutiful.
Dutiful to him? Why would Commander Leopold want to become involved with spy operations?
I'll tell you. It's because Commander Leopold plays power games to push himself upwards and please Her Millennium Majesty the Queen, your mother.
Alan. Someone, reported to be dressed as a priest, broke into my apartment and shot Mira.
Commander Leopold?
Are you saying my mother ordered the commander to break into my apartment? That it was all her doing?
She commanded it. I take my leave.
My mother, the Queen, is cruel and insensitive. She has no compassion for the people of Earth or anyone besides herself.
What now?
Sir,
I have a great deal of work.
I know,
I told you I don't want to be disturbed unless it was absolutely necessary.
It's Olivia. You said
Well, that's different. Why didn't you say so in the first place? Put her on.
Yes, sir. I'm patching you through now.
Why'd you call? When can we meet?
It's too dangerous. I'm already under suspicion of being disloyal to the cause of the Lamatal.
What? This phone line isn't secure, Olivia. When you're ready to set up a meeting.
I will. Goodbye, Doctor.
Olivia!
What's the matter?
It's Mira. She's been hurt.
She's very dear to me, Chris.
I know. Sometimes when you talk to her, it's as if, well, like you're talking to your most trusted friend and not to a cat at all.
Right now, I feel there's hardly anyone else I can trust, Christopher.
What about me?
Of course I trust you. But, Chris, there are some things I can't tell even you.
Why?
Because I don't want you to get hurt. As long as my enemies know you don't have the information they want, you'll be safe. You're my closest friend, Christopher. Now do you understand, Chris?
Yes, Olivia. I'm happy the way you feel. I really am.
Well, if you say so. Well, something's upset Mira.
A butterfly. Strange that she should be so... Wow, she got it. Gee, I don't think I've ever seen a cat catch a butterfly before. Olivia, what are you doing? Huh?
What appears to be an innocent-looking butterfly has turned out to be a bug of a far more sinister nature. The presence of this sophisticated listening device confirms Olivia's fears that in spite of her efforts to dispel their suspicions, a certain faction of the Lamatal remain unconvinced of her loyalty to the Millennium cause.
I've got it turned up to maximum, but I can't hear a thing. What's going on up there?
Olivia, wait.
Someone's about to have the worst headache they've ever had.
Hey, who turned off the music? Huh?
It was Mira. She's not what you'd call a music lover. Yes, I agree, it was pretty awful, wasn't it?
You know, if it wasn't for Mira, we would have never known.
You'll protect me, won't you, Mira?
Say, it was Mira who protected me the first time the kidnappers came after me, wasn't it?
She knew you were important to me, Chris. That's why she went to the observatory that night and led you to the hidden land.
You know what I think? I mean about who it was that was spying on us just now. I bet it was one of the Lamatal or the boss's henchmen.
Most probably the boss.
The Lamatal would expect you to believe that. But what if it was them? You said yourself that Alan's always sneaking around behind your back, trying to get the goods on you, and that he's even reported directly back to Millennia.
If you're right, it could be my mother who ordered the surveillance to trap me.
What? That's terrible.
It would be her duty. She's the queen.
On the other hand, maybe the MI6's up to their old trick.
I'm positive that device was manufactured on Millennia, so it must be Leopold. And yet it can't be. Alan told me Leopold sent a waiver beam from hyperspace requesting the secondary jump coordinates. So how could he still be Alan? Could he and Leopold be working together?
Later that evening, a Lamatal hovercraft silently approaches an ISC launching site, where Alan's fanatical dedication to the Millennium cause has led them to take a more direct form of action than mere surveillance.
Take her down as low as you think is safe. Our only advantage lies in surprise. I don't want their sensors picking us up, right? The operation depends on surprise and speed. Maximum destruction, and we're gone before they know what hit them.
Invaders, throw down your weapons. You are surrounded and there is no avenue of escape. You are hopelessly outnumbered. I repeat, throw down your weapons at once. Failure to do so will be regarded as a hostile act against the ISC and will be dealt with accordingly. Obey my orders and disarm yourselves, and you will not be harmed. If you do not comply within the next 30 seconds, we will be forced to open fire. Resistance would be suicidal. Throw down your weapons. Your time is almost up. Throw down those weapons now.
Attempts to escape the ambush, he is bitterly aware that he and his men must have been betrayed by one of their own. Meanwhile, the chairman of the ISC is meeting with a seemingly unlikely ally.
I was told you needed to talk to me about something, so talk.
The Lamatal attacked our base, but we were lucky. An unknown informant warned us.
Luck had nothing to do with it.
It was you. That means you have infiltrated the Lamatal. That is incredible.
I told you our spies are everywhere. Sometimes we intervene.
And yet you still have failed to obtain the information which is crucial to our plan. The plans for Jensen's rocket engine.
You want an apology or what? We're professionals, see, and we're the best. And believe me, if we couldn't find them, nobody can.
We used some pretty rough treatment on Jensen's son to try to get him to tell us where they are, even hypnosis, but he's some kid. He bends, but he won't break. He looks me right in the eye and says, "Listen, you punk, no matter what you do to me, I'm not gonna tell you. You may have killed my dad, but I'm a Jensen too. No matter how much you hurt me, I promise you, I'm not gonna give the likes of you the time of day." He's some kid, all right.
I don't care what kind of kid he is. I need those plans.
Meanwhile, Alan and the other survivor of the raid on the ISC base have been forced to land the disabled hovercraft.
Huh? Please! If they see us, we haven't got a chance. Too late! Take cover! Well, this is it.
You there! Drop your weapon and lie face down, arms and legs extended.
No way! At least I can stop them from taking me alive. But can I do it? Can I really do it before I know the outcome? Huh?
Lucky thing I happened to come along. Are you all right, Ellen? Ellen.
How do you know my name? Who are you? Why did you save my life? Tell me. What do you want? Commander. But what are you doing here, Commander? I thought you had left the Earth. In fact, I saw you leave.
Yes, of course. That's exactly what I wanted you and everyone else to believe.
But why?
Because I think it is imperative that I discover just how much of what you reported to me is the truth. You see, I do have some small measure of faith in you. I have been following the boy Christopher, and I've been keeping electronic surveillance on our princess. I do have suspicions. But suspicions are not enough, and if it should turn out the princess is innocent after all this, it will be my pleasure to blow your head off.
Oh, but Commander, listen to me.
What have you to say?
Everything that I have done up to now has been done strictly out of my sense of loyalty to the Queen of Millennia and the people of our planet. And unless you're ready to kill me now, you won't make me stop.
How can I believe our princess would betray us?
Do you think that it makes me happy, sir? To realize that the future Queen of Millennia is betraying her own people? And yet I tell you that it is true. We have got to find a way to stop her.
Yes, but first we have to find solid evidence.
Listen, I virtually humiliated myself in front of her, begging for forgiveness. Now she trusts me again. And she's getting desperate. I'm sure I'll find something on her without any trouble.
Very well, we'll try it.
Commander, what are your instructions? What do you think we should do at this point?
Ellen, I think we must proceed very carefully, because if we're wrong about the princess, we'll both very likely be executed for treason.
Commander, we are not wrong. She's the one who is guilty of treason, and you know it, don't you?
Ellen, if she is, I'll kill her.
I'll find you the proof you need, Commander.
Yes, I believe you will. And remember, from this moment on, you are under my direct command. You will take orders from no one else, understand?
Count on me, sir.
I will. Now take this listening device and bring me back something.
Right.
Good luck, Ellen. Find out what you can.
I will, Commander.
I just pray the Queen will forgive us if we're wrong about this.
Meanwhile, at Dr. Corman's observatory, Christopher considers the confusing maze of...
E-forces are increasing geometrically, sir. Neptune's surface is beginning to rupture.
Triton and Nerai, Neptune's moons, have been pulled out of orbit and are now moving on a collision course.
Tidal forces are transforming the frozen surface of Neptune. The atmosphere is being stripped away from the planet.
Triton and Nerai coming closer. The impact! The debris is being sucked past the intruding planet.
It's as though this marauding planet is harvesting the debris from those moons.
Oh my gosh!
Computer indicates that billions of tons of debris are being pulled into that assassin planet. Dr. Corman, I don't know if these readings are correct. Either way, the planet is starting to move faster. It's absorbing the energy of the destruction we've just witnessed.
Gentlemen, I can now see this crisis is far graver than I even dared to imagine.
But that's what's gonna happen to the Earth. We gotta do something. Dr. Corman, we just can't wait for it to happen. We gotta find a way to stop it.
You're right, Chris. There's got to be some way to... All right, I want to see a computer graphic projection of that planet's trajectory on screen. Right now.
It's coming now, sir.
Perhaps there might still be a chance.
The computer's logic circuits are working on it, sir.
Memory circuit 2 activated. Calculating the velocity vector of the object tangent to the trajectory. Permutation group sequence in order.
Orthographic projection. The point of closest approach.
Let me see what the planet's path will look like.
Right.
Oh no!
This is bad. Very bad indeed. That planet is going to come so close to the Earth that it will knock it out of its orbit. It's like we're all part of some cosmic billiard game. The situation is hopeless. Unless...
What are we gonna do?
There's just one more thing we have to find out.
What?
I want you to show me exactly what the consequences will be for the Earth when it crosses the path of the planetary intruder. Set up a computer simulation of that scenario and hurry.
On the screen now, sir, at the point of closest approach. This is what it's going to look like when the process begins. It'll...
Wait! Dr. Corman, I really don't want to see this.
Neither do I, Christopher, but we have to. It's important. Okay, go ahead.
The process will happen very quickly. Stage 1, the Earth's atmosphere will be stripped away. Stage 2, huge earthquakes will strike every major landmass. And Stage 3, the entire surface of the planet will be obliterated by tidal waves and volcanoes as the Earth is knocked out of orbit. The destruction of the Earth will take approximately 25 minutes, maybe even less.
25 minutes?
And then, if my calculations are correct, millennia will slip into Earth's orbit. I can double-check them again if you want, sir.
No, that won't be necessary. We saw what happened to Neptune. I think we all understand exactly what we're up against.
Yes, we know what we're up against. But I don't see how that information can possibly help us. This is an onrushing planet we're talking about.
Gentlemen, if you think there are any easy answers, you're wrong. There aren't. Which isn't to say that we won't eventually find a solution to this problem, but until we do, the last thing we need is a worldwide panic on our hands. Which is why, gentlemen, I must insist until we can find a way to deal with this crisis, nothing of what you have seen here today can leave this room. Do you agree?
Say, how long is it going to take for that planet to get here? Do you know?
We're still working on that question.
Well, let me know as soon as you figure it out. That information is crucial.
Yes, sir.
Roses are red, violets are blue. Let's see if we'll get the truth out of you.
Christopher, how are you doing?
Oh, all right. I was just thinking about things and stuff, I guess, like about the Earth, you know?
Well, I had an idea, Chris. Remember the underground city we discovered?
Yeah, sure.
Thousands of buildings in excellent condition. I think it might be possible to evacuate part of the population of Earth to that city. That way, as long as there's some atmosphere left, a small percentage of our civilization will survive.
Then you have no other hope?
Mm-mm.
None?
It's the best plan I could come up with on such short notice, Christopher. I know it's not the best possible solution. It's just the best I can do right now. Where'd you get these flowers from?
I don't know. I just found them in here. I guess I have a secret admirer. Pretty, aren't they? Holy cow, would you look at this? A bug! I can't stand it!
Are you really scared of insects, Chris? I had no idea.
A bug, an electronic listening device. I mean, that kind of bug.
A bug? Do you mean to tell me there's someone spying on us?
So, the princess is a traitor after all.
Must I remind you, Corman, that time is of the essence here?
Of course not, Mr. Chairman, but I can't make a rush decision. After all, what we're discussing here is the fate of the world, not some business deal. I can't just toss the coin and give you my answer 1, 2, 3.
Corman, I must have those meteorite fragments for the missile warheads. There is no time to wait. I do not want to have to ask you again. Do you understand me?
Listen, those fragments are highly unstable. They could do more damage if they were mishandled. What are you thinking of, sir? That you can save the Earth all by yourself?
Not alone, but with the forces of the boss of 1,000 thieves, perhaps we can find a way to succeed.
You're working with that gangster?
Quiet, Corman. The world does not have to know.
You're insane!
You have the facts. Think about it carefully, Corman. Oh, and don't growl at me, Doctor. I'll ask the boss of 1,000 thieves to have you put to sleep like a mad dog. Remember what I say. Good day.
Right, Melonhead.
It is no use. Corman is stalling. I have threatened him, made him promises, but he refuses to give up those meteorite fragments. I do not know what else to do with him.
Patience, my friend. Patience.
Well, I think it's about time we figure out a way to twist the doctor's arm. All he needs is a little of the right kind of persuading.
Yes, I agree, but how can we? He's a well-protected and is an intelligent man. Do not forget.
That doesn't matter. When it comes to smarts, no one beats the boss, right, boss? Who's this Corman guy, anyway? I say we just get rid of him. Like, throw him off a bridge or something, you know what I mean?
Then what, you idiot?
Huh?
How do we get the meteorites if he is dead? So far, all your suggestions...
If you fools would stop bickering, I'll tell you what I've decided.
You've come up with a plan, then. What is it?
I'm going to join forces with Olivia.
You're what?
Brilliant.
I don't need your approval, Mr. Chairman. It's a question of survival now, and this may be the Earth's last chance.
Huh? You do? Of course, I'll ask Olivia. Yes, a plan like that does seem reasonable. I'm sure Olivia will agree you're right, sir. Together we can save the world. No one can stop us now.
I hope so, Christopher.
Maybe it's not so bad being a human, huh, Mira? But I started thinking about how I miss people when they're gone.
I know what you mean, Christopher. I am not of this earth, but I think of you as my little brother, and sometimes it hurts when you're away. These are new feelings for me. I'm not used to them.
Gee, Olivia.
And then when we told her the boss of 1,000 thieves wanted to meet with her tonight, she jumped at the opportunity.
Tonight, you say?
Yes, it'll be just the three of them, the boss, Olivia, and the Earth Boy. They're going to try to come to an agreement to work together to save the Earth.
A princess of Millennia working with a common gangster. This is going to be even easier than I thought.
Do you have a plan?
What do you take me for, Alan? Of course I do. Now, where are they going to meet?
They'll meet at the bombed-out ruins of the Earth Boy's house.
And I'll be there, too.
But why, Commander? I can easily send one of our agents there, too.
Alan, I swear to you, in the name of our planet, Olivia won't leave that meeting alive.
Meanwhile, back on Earth, Christopher and Olivia anxiously count the minutes as they wait for the arrival of the boss of 1,000 thieves.
He's late. You know, now that I think of it, he sounded kind of nervous on the phone. Maybe he doesn't trust us. Maybe he's not coming.
Now, Christopher, be patient. We need to have faith if we're ever going to learn the true motives of the boss of 1,000 thieves.
Look. Is that him? Oh, I'm really nervous. It better be. If it's not, it's him, Olivia. It's him.
Shh, control your emotions, Chris. We need to think clearly here. This could be dangerous.
I'm scared, Olivia. Do you think we can trust him?
I don't know, Chris, but we'll soon find out.
Uh-huh.
I hope we don't find out the hard way. He looks pretty harmless, standing there all by himself. Uh-oh, here he comes. Well, the least I can do is meet him halfway. Just hope I'm not being naive.
Please, Olivia, be careful.
Good evening. I'm so pleased to finally meet you, Princess.
Thank you, sir. Shall we get right down to business?
All right, we can skip the pleasantries. That suits me just fine. Partner.
Not so fast. First, I would like to know why you're so interested in me, and how
Best seat in the house.
Where do you get your information, and how do you think you can help us? What are your resources? Just how big is your organization?
My, so many questions. Where do you want me to begin?
Anywhere.
Fine, but what assurance do I have that I can trust you? Do you trust me?
I am a princess, sir.
So?
My word is my bond. Yes, I trust you. I offer you my hand in confidence.
Very well.
So long, Princess.
Assassin, this was not my doing.
You hypocrite! Who did you think you were dealing with? This betrayal will cost you your life!
Behind you, Olivia! Stop that! Come on!
Get out of here!
Please, Christopher, get away from here. You might get hurt.
Olivia, how could you? You promised me you'd come alone. You lied to me. You just lied, didn't you?
Christopher, you don't think
This was our one and only chance to save the planet Earth. Don't hurt her. Cut it out. Stop fighting. You have to stop fighting right now. Come on, please stop. Stop. This isn't what we came here for.
I know why she's here.
You've got it all wrong.
Now that I've disarmed you, maybe we can talk.
Has your accomplice lost his nerve, or does he care that little for your life?
Don't you see the Earth's gonna get destroyed?
Don't you understand? The only thing we care about is saving the Earth. Can't you see the child is sincere?
Sincere he may be, but he dies anyway. The moment I'm finished with you. Now I've got you.
This boss fights with great skill. I should have been defeated. I'm fighting with my heart, not my head. And yet...
This is a perfect setup. I'll enjoy watching him finish it. But what's stopping that gangster? Finish it, will you?
You fight well, Princess.
Yes.
I am unable to gain an advantage. We will meet again, and next time I assure you, I'll be better prepared. Until then, Princess.
Hey, wait a minute. You aren't gonna just... Hey, come back. We still gotta save the Earth. There's still a chance. Come on. He's gone. What are we gonna do now? Oh, it's no use. What good can anybody do now?
Another chance lost. Everything has gone wrong. I've tried to do my best. I've done all I can do. What more can I do?
She's alone at last. This is my opportunity to make sure that the traitor dies. Say your prayers, Princess.
Huh? Oh, the sniper. Who are you? Show yourself. Come back here, you coward. Come back and fight this face to face. Who are you? He knew about the meeting. That means someone must have betrayed me. But who? Who could it be?
I've lost my family, my home, and soon the entire Earth will be wiped out. And I don't know if there's anything I can do to prevent this from happening. Is there some way to help? There must be something I can do. Some small way I can... Huh? Oh, what's this? Some kind of pendant. Strange. How did it get here? Olivia might know. Hey, where'd you go? Hey, Olivia!
Well, has the computer come up with an answer yet?
The data we're getting is very erratic, sir. We're still working on it.
Well, hurry. I can't go to the ISE to formulate a plan until we have some sort of a timetable.
Yes, sir.
I know you're all doing your best, but we have to do even better. You know what's at stake.
Yes, sir. Here's something, sir. Let's see.
What is it?
Not much, I'm afraid. It seems the planet is still accelerating. I'm afraid we can't make an accurate prediction until we have the computer process this data and incorporate it into a new formula.
That really isn't much. I expected to know a whole lot more by now.
There is more. The computer has corrected its earlier calculation of the path of the onrushing planet. It seems that now there can be no doubt. The Earth and the other planet are on a collision course. There can be no mistake. But
if that's true, then there's no chance at all. No one could possibly survive a collision of that magnitude. It's more important than ever to find out when this will happen.
There must be some way to knock this planet off course, or blast it to bits.
All we really need is enough time. I know we'll come up with an answer if we're simply given enough time.
It's all my fault.
Chris!
And now the Earth's gonna get destroyed.
There, Chris. It's not anybody's fault.
Yes, it is. I tried to help, but nothing worked out. It's all my fault.
There, Chris. Take it easy. We can talk here, Chris. I think the observatory can get along without me for a few minutes.
Thanks, Dr. Corman.
Are you feeling a little bit better?
I guess, a little bit.
I can't blame you. I mean, this is beyond doubt the worst crisis the world has ever faced, and here we are stuck right in the middle of it. Inside, I don't feel much different than you do. All we can do is help each other.
I I only wish there was something more I could do.
Good. As long as enough people still feel that way, there'll always be room for hope. But the truth of the matter is, it looks very grim right about now. I'd say our chances for survival aren't much better than minimal at best.
Minimal? You mean impossible?
Impossible? I was trained as a scientist, Christopher. All I've ever known is the scientific method. Hypothesis, experiment, observation, conclusions. I've lived my life guided by nothing but the facts. But now a young man I know has taught me a different method for living my life. A method that means believing in miracles. Because when it's impossible to hope, that means that time has come to hope for the impossible. Say, what's that shiny thing you've got in your hand?
What? Oh, this? Here, look. I found it at the scene of the fight after Olivia had left. Do you think it's important?
I don't know, Chris. It might be.
Listen, things are really getting out of hand. While we sit here doing nothing, we're running out of time. We still don't know where the secret underground base of the Lamatal is located. And we don't even know what their plans are. We don't know anything.
You can't do anything if you can't control your emotions.
I'm sorry, it's just that there's so much we've got to find out. I know I'm uptight, but I've got good reason to be.
There is much to be concerned about, young friend. For instance, the rocket engine plans. Do they have their hands on them yet?
I don't know, but the engine's useless without those meteorite fragments to act as propulsion and warhead. Oh no, it's missing.
What are you talking about?
I panicked. I must have lost in the fight.
Was it important?
Oh yes, more important than you could imagine.
I must find out what Alan knows. Alan, I need to speak with you at once.
My princess!
That's odd. You seem very surprised to see me.
No, not at all.
Can we speak for a moment?
I'm really very sorry, but I'm quite busy right now. I've got a lot of work to catch up on. Later, maybe. That is, of course, if that's all right with you, my princess.
Yes, of course. That will be fine.
Good.
He knows. Is he the assassin? He could turn the Lamatal against me. I've cut myself off from my own people, and for what? I don't even know if I can save this planet. Oh, what have I done?
Well, we're all set up to do the spectrographic analysis. Let's find out exactly what this thing's made of.
Do you suppose the laser beam may possibly damage it, Dr. Corman?
Oh, no, not at all. Let's see. Well, I've never seen anything like this before in my life. I don't recognize any of these elements, Christopher, which can only mean this pendant of yours couldn't have originally come from the planet Earth.
But where do you think it came from then, and what are we supposed to do about it now?
I don't know, Chris. But just a minute. Hello? Olivia? Are you all right? Chris told me that you were. Yes, he's here. What? Yes, all right. Here, I'll put him on. Here, she wants to know if you're all right, Chris.
Hey, never mind about me. What happened to you?
I'm fine, Christopher. I just had to leave before you got back, but I was so worried about you, I just had to call to make sure you were all right.
You don't have to worry about me. You can bet I know how to take care of myself.
Oh, thank goodness you're all right. I hope it doesn't bother you that I love you so much, Christopher.
Oh, come on. Hey, listen, when I got back to the scene of the fight, I found something pretty weird. Something even Dr. Corman doesn't know how to explain. Maybe you can help figure it out.
What was it you found there?
Well, I think it's some kind of jewelry, I guess. It looks like a pendant, maybe, or something.
Did you say a pendant?
That's right. And when Dr. Corman analyzed it...
Now, won't I?
Olivia, you seem troubled. What is it? Does it have anything to do with these sudden changes in our plan? You can trust me not to say anything. My only concern is with your well-being.
Oh, it's nothing, Alan. Right now, I only have one concern. And that is that we finish the construction of the evacuation rocket.
I agree with you completely. The Pilgrims of Millennia will need this rocket to return to our home planet. That's why I think you should take a direct interest in its construction and inspect the rockets immediately. Shall we?
I try to concentrate on my duties, but my mind keeps drifting.
This particular rocket has been behind schedule, especially in the design and construction of the booster. We will need it to break us out of Earth orbit. I'd like to go with you to see the rest of the project.
Very well, Alan. Let's get started.
Right. Now let's see. Where shall we begin? These are the second stage boosters, which will be jettisoned when we reach the midway point between the Earth and Millennia. The main compartment will hold passengers and technical equipment. A special team is now recording Earth technology that will be useful once we've reached our planet. We are also collecting samples of various plants which can be used for food. Of particular interest is the tomato and the potato. Both are excellent nutritional supplements.
The rocket must not be used for the Millennium Pilgrims alone. It could be used to save many of the people on Earth.
Okay, Doctor. I'll see you later.
Now, you be careful, Christopher.
Okay. Oh, it's only you. I'm here to search for clues, and I don't even know where to begin. You want to help me? How are we going to get into this place, do you think? Over there. The door's open. Let's take a look. Hello? Hello? Anybody here? Sure wish I brought my pen light. It's awful dark in here. Oh, well, there's nobody here. We better get going. What? Hey! Open up! Let me out of here! Let me out!
way out.
Who's that?
I'm an old friend, Christopher.
A friend? Guido, is that you?
No, Christopher, I'm not Guido. Why don't you take another guess?
Jeepers, I get the feeling something bad is gonna happen.
That guess was a bit closer to the mark, Christopher.
Whoever you are, you won't get away with this. Do you think it'd be dumb enough to come alone? Right now, this place is being surrounded by a team of ISC commandos. You better go.
Save your breath, kid, because you've only got a few of them left. There's no one here except the two of us, and there's no way out.
Oh, come on, you don't mean it. You wouldn't hurt a pipsqueak like me. I wouldn't even be worth the ammunition.
That's true, Christopher. But you're upsetting our plan. Sorry.
Wait!
Turn this crane around. Right. Let's go.
Okay, I know you're still in here because there's no way out. So why don't you be a good little boy and come on out of there? Come on. That kid, he keeps getting away from me. Stop right there. Come back here. Come back here, you little brat. Stop right there.
Don't shoot.
Sorry, kid, can't help you out.
Please, please. You saved my life, Olivia. That guy was trying to kill me.
His name is Leopold.
We'll meet again, Olivia. You're a traitor to your people.
You're a murderer and must die.
Huh? No, stop. You can't shoot him. Then you'll be as bad as he is. Don't you see?
You're right. No more killing.
Huh? Olivia, someone's coming.
We better go.
Hey, look. He's not hurt bad. That little squirt did this to him?
Little squirt, huh?
Okay, let's get him out of here. We'll catch up with the girl and the kid later.
Do you think those guys will be coming back? Next time I go exploring, I'm gonna bring my survival kit. If it wasn't for you and Mira, I'd be dead by now. Hey, look at this, Olivia. I found it on the ground after your fight with the boss.
A millennium pendant. Impossible.
Hey, it's him.
Hey, that's Dr. Corman's car. Let's try to get an interview with him.
How was this Phoenix Project thing, Dr. Corman?
Can you confirm the rumors about powerful meteorites?
No comment. Sorry.
We're just trying to do our job.
This guy looks like a tough customer, boss. He's obviously a military officer of some kind. He doesn't seem worried about what could happen to him, and he hasn't said a word so far. He behaves like he was holding us prisoner. We've been keeping him on ice down here in the cellar. Maybe he'll be a little more willing to talk after being our guest overnight.
Open it.
He was alone when we caught him, so we can be pretty certain that nobody knows where he is.
Good. We may have nabbed ourselves a bigger bird than we thought this time. All right, where's the prisoner?
Right here, boss. In the guest room. Right.
Somewhere near the docks. I suspect they call it a cellar, but it's more like a dungeon, judging from the stench in the stone walls. I haven't seen their leader yet, but I think I will before much longer. They're busy looking for something.
But why were you seized? Do they realize who you are?
I don't think so. As soon as I find out who they are and what they want, I'll reestablish contact with you.
You thought so, eh? Hello, Commander. Come in. Yeah. Commander, huh? All right, wise guy.
I suggest you cooperate, Commander. My friend has a short temper.
Yeah, he'll cooperate or he'll soon wish he had.
You can put your gun down now that the Commander understands the situation. We couldn't help overhearing some of your transmission, Commander. You are obviously one of the Lama Tau. I want you to tell me the exact time of the evacuation.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No? Then perhaps you will tell me the location of your headquarters.
You're wasting your time, and mine.
When does the evacuation take place?
I can't tell you anything.
I know you're in the confidence of the Queen Mother, and you will answer.
Commander Leopold, come in. Please, come in, Commander. We have lost contact. Please resume transmission. Do you read me? Eh? Olivia?
Yes, Alan, what is Commander Leopold doing back on Earth after I saw him leave?
Your Highness, I only know that Commander Leopold's mission is a state secret, and he has not taken me into his confidence regarding the nature of his activities.
I think that he has. I think you know much more than you're saying, Alan.
I assure you, I know nothing, Your Highness. You must believe that, Olivia. Well. Whatever I do for Millennia, Princess.
It's too bad about Leopold. He is a good man. But Alan is concealing something from me, and that is not good. And then there's the mystery of the two pendants of power. To the best of my knowledge, only children of the Queen Mother Millennia are supposed to be in possession of such a jewel.
Now, let's try again, Commander. What is the exact hour of the La Battalion evacuation? And what is the location of your headquarters?
Boss, let me.
No, get out.
Okay.
Now perhaps you'll tell me the location of the sacred Eternal Tower.
I know of no such place.
I demand that you answer my questions, Commander. Who is in possession of the missing pendant of power?
Perhaps if you told me what you mean by pendants of power, I might be able to convince you of my total ignorance of these matters. How can I tell you what I don't know?
I would advise you not to try my patience too far, Commander. I know that you are the personal envoy of the Queen Mother of Millennia, and that your presence here indicates the imminence of the transfer.
Well, if you know that much, why do you persist in asking questions? You obviously know more than I do about the plans of the Queen Mother.
You're too modest, Commander. It's true that I have a great deal of information, but you have specific knowledge that I must have to complete my plans.
Do you really think that I would betray my queen for fear of anything that you might do? My life may be forfeit, but nobody will force me to betray my principles, especially not a cheap bandit who must hide behind a mask and a dirty mob of vicious hoodlums. Being the boss of a petty mob of thugs and criminals can't be very fulfilling to an intelligent person. One would have to be very ambitious and headstrong.
Correct on all counts.
Well, I can tell you from experience, my friend, that blind ambition in a headstrong individual can be a very dangerous and even disastrous failing.
Are you speaking from your own personal experience, Commander?
I think you know I am. You might even profit from the story. Interested?
Go on.
One of my students of military tactics in Millennia was a princess of the royal house. She was not a very apt pupil at first, but under the right tutelage, she soon learned. I was harder on her than I needed to be, but I wanted to prove my loyalty by making her strong.
All right, I'll be the target ship. Celine, you make the first pass. Speed up your approach. Are you mad? That's light ammunition you're firing, you simple-minded dolt.
You've just seen an example of the worst kind of preparedness. Remember it well. All right, squadron, prepare for landing.
There is the mothership.
The training squadron, you are cleared for landing in Sea Bay.
Most military blunders are the result of thoughtlessness, usually caused by otherwise capable people who are simply headstrong and inattentive to detail.
Yes, sir.
So today's experience should teach you one important fact. Be quite sure of your equipment before takeoff so you don't blunder in combat. Dismissed. And so we know that a direct hit from a photon torpedo will always result in the total destruction of a light to medium combat fighter. I hope that I'm not disturbing your nap, Celine. All of this must be terribly fatiguing to the Crown Princess.
I'm sorry I disappoint you so much, sir. I assume I'm graduating because of my rank, or so that you can be rid of me.
You're graduating because you're a first-class fighting soldier of Millennia. I only tried to awaken the ambition in you to make you a strong queen. How well she learned, I wasn't to discover until much later, but her ambition became so overpowering that she attempted to wrest control of the Empire from the Queen. She was already the Queen Designate and threw it all away in the end because she was too headstrong.
A fascinating story, Commander, but it has no bearing on our business. A person such as you describe is a fool and has nothing to do with the whereabouts of a missing pendant or anything else.
All right, boss, at least you'll allow me to have a look at that face of yours.
I'll put the next one in your head, soldier boy.
Don't tell him. I'm not yet finished with Commander Leopold. You'll tell me what I want to know, one way or another.
Wait a minute, I must know who you are. What's so important about the pendant?
You want me to shut him up for a while?
No, I don't want him harmed in any way.
Wait a minute, boss. What's he talking about? What is so important about the missing pendant?
We've got to have it at any cost. Without the pendant, everything we've done so far has been for nothing. Understand?
Oh,
We've got to find the pendant in the headquarters of the Lama Tau before the evacuation. Or we've been wasting our time.
Something like that. Bye. See you later. You guys let me know if the picture's all right, okay?
What? Well, that tears it. I'm not gonna tell him about it.
Sometimes those guys really get childish. They act like there's never going to be another movie. Well, I've got more important things to do with my time. Huh?
Hello, kid. How's it going?
You again. Well, what do you want this time?
Nothing.
Nothing, huh? Well, that's good, because I haven't got a darn thing to give you. Understand me?
Haven't you?
You heard me. And if I did, you'd be the last person I'd give it to. Got it?
Not even to save your planet?
Huh?
That's what I said. Save your planet. Oh, I know we had our little differences, but now we're being threatened by aliens from outside our galaxy. And if we don't pull together, we're gonna be torn apart.
I don't see what that's got to do with you and me.
Oh? Well, you know where the pendant of power is, and that's the only thing that can save the world from total annihilation.
How?
How do I know? I just work for somebody else, the same as you do.
Would your boss meet with somebody and no strings attached?
When?
I can't say yet, but whenever I can set it up.
Yeah, I think that could be worked out.
I'll ask my friend to meet with your boss someplace out in the open, and if it's all right, then we'll let them work out the time to have the meeting. Is that a deal?
Sounds okay to me, but I'll have to call my boss first to find out if it's okay.
It'll have to be somewhere that's all right with my friend, too. And there can't be anybody else from your gang there either, including you, or it's all off. Well?
You sure don't have much faith in people, do you, kid?
Is it a deal or not?
Right. A deal.
Excellent. Maybe we can put an end to these skirmishes. The Queen Designate is so painfully eager to save the planet that she will probably jump at the chance to recruit another ally to her cause. Now, here's what I want you to tell Christopher. Say that I will meet with Olivia in the park at 4 o'clock, but only if she's alone and if she has the pendant of power with her. Is that perfectly clear?
As Christopher tells Olivia of the scheduled meeting with the boss of 1,000 Thieves, he cannot help but wonder when this global crisis will come to an end. This battle to save the Earth has made Chris mature beyond his years, and with this maturity comes a sense of responsibility. Now Chris has realized that only through the combined efforts of every peace-loving citizen on this planet can there ever be any hope of returning this world to the one he once knew and loved. Chris, this meeting between Olivia and the boss of 1,000 Thieves is the first step toward this new coalition of peace. Olivia has a different point of view regarding this clandestine meeting.
What am I doing here? I don't seem to know what is right anymore. I only know that I must solve the mystery of these pendants. I know that they contain great power, and that they are only supposed to be in the possession of the children of the Queen Mother of Millennia. If this is so, how does this Earth gang leader know of their existence? And why does he think they can save the Earth? And if it comes to that, where is he? It's already past 4 o'clock. Is that the man that accosted you, Christopher? That man in the trench coat?
Yeah, that's him. He wasn't supposed to be here.
Well, he is here.
Hey, wait! Where is he? What's the big idea? There's nobody in there.
The park seemed to be too public a place to meet a princess, so the boss asked me to bring you back to meet him.
And where would that be?
Hey, wait a minute. That wasn't the deal at all. What are you guys trying to pull, anyhow?
Never mind, Christopher. I'm not afraid of him or his boss.
But they're crooks.
Trust me, Christopher. I've got to see this through.
Ready to go?
Yes, I am.
Not without me.
Please, Christopher. Wait for me here.
See you later, kid.
If they do anything to her, I'll tear them apart.
I'm sorry, I have to blindfold you now. I hope that you don't mind.
What?
Well, what's this now? Apparently they intend to let the cold and dampness of this dungeon kill me by inches. What a way to end my career. Well, why not? I failed my queen and my planet. It's fitting that it should end in a shallow pit on the world destined to save my own. Blast them.
Meanwhile, Olivia is on her way to meet with the boss of 1,000 Thieves.
The time has come to put aside our differences and join together to accomplish what we both want. You need me now, Olivia. Or should I say, princess? Your position amongst the Lamatal is weakening. Even your own chief of security suspects you and may cause your downfall.
As Olivia arrives at the rendezvous, she wonders how the gang's boss has come to know so much about the Lamatal. Meanwhile, lurking in the shadowy gloom of the foreboding mansion, the boss of 1,000 Thieves waits to meet with Olivia.
Come on. We don't want to keep the boss waiting. We got some steps here. Now hold on to my arm. When we get inside, keep your blindfold on until you're instructed to remove it. I'll be watching your every move, so don't try to double-cross us.
I'll do exactly as you say.
Okay, stop here.
Who is it?
It's me, boss, and I got the merchandise you wanted.
Come in. Did you make sure you weren't followed?
I know the procedure. There's nothing to worry about.
I trust your ride wasn't too unpleasant, Olivia. Remove her blindfold.
That voice, it's so familiar.
I am sure you can understand our need for secrecy.
Yes, I suppose I do.
I thought you would. We've got a lot to talk about. Make yourself comfortable. Our accommodations are humble, but if there's anything I can get for you...
Nothing, except perhaps some answers.
In due time. We have more important matters to discuss. The fate of this planet rests with us.
How is it you know so much about our situation and the secret affairs of the Lamatal? What are your sources of information?
What does that matter? Trusting one another is the important thing.
You haven't given me any reason to trust you. You brought me here blindfolded. You tell me I must trust you and expect me to join forces with you. I don't even know who you are or how much you really understand. You'll have to give me more to go on.
Very well, but I expect something from you in return. Agreed?
Agreed.
Millennia is fast approaching the Earth, and soon it will be too late for anyone to stop the destruction.
You know so much.
Now you give me something. The pendant.
All right. A deal's a deal. Is this the pendant you've gone through so much trouble to retrieve?
Yes. Give it to me.
Not until you explain this. My mother gave me this pendant a long time ago.
So?
Quite similar, wouldn't you say? Identical, in fact. I want to know how the leader of a crime syndicate came to possess it.
That's a long story. We have more pressing matters.
There you go again. More of your mysteries and more unanswered questions.
The answers to your questions might compromise my position.
And what position is that?
I've already told you, Olivia, such questions will be answered later.
If I don't get some answers, I'm leaving right now.
No, wait. Don't go. We need you, Olivia.
What?
That's right.
There must be a way. Only I weren't so weak, so sick. Wait.
Hey, you out there! I'm sick. I need a doctor.
What now?
Hey, quiet down, you.
You have to help me. Please, open the door. Please help me.
What do you think we are, stupid?
No, really. The pain. I can't stand it anymore.
You'll feel some more if you don't shut up.
Please. I think I'm having a heart attack. Help me. Oh, please, help me.
All right. Check it out and be careful. I'll cover you from back here. Hey, you stop right there. Now I'm feeling much better.
So I see.
Now, get on your feet, both of you. Get in there and stay put, and don't make a sound. I have some important business to attend to.
I think I'm going to pay your boss a little visit. I just hope my strength holds out.
So it's agreed. We will join forces in an attack to prevent the Millennium transition and save the Earth.
And by doing so, I will betray the Lamatal. I can only hope that I'm doing the right thing.
You are, Olivia. You are.
What's that? It's my turn to get some answers.
Commander Leopold, what are you doing here?
I'd ask you the same question, Olivia, if I didn't already know. The Queen Mother will be very interested to hear how her daughter is conspiring against her. With a common thief.
Why, you?
Well, perhaps not so common after all. I'm sure she'll be curious to know your true identity and how you know so much about Millennia. And the pendant, too. Now, show me what's underneath that mask. Hurry up or I'll shoot you where you stand. Go on. That's right. Show us who you are.
I don't know what you expect to accomplish by this, since you won't survive long enough to tell this queen of
Why
yours.
is Leopold so insistent? Could it be the boss is familiar to him, too?
You've signed your own death warrant. You're finished.
Freeze! I must get to the Queen. Stop right there, I'll shoot.
Hold it. He's more useful to us alive.
We can't let him warn the Queen. Hurry, we can't let him escape. We have to catch him. Come on!
I must get out of here. The fate of Millennia depends
There
on
goes that alarm again. Every time the weather changes, it goes off.
It was in the hall. Better check it out.
Right.
Wait, stop. Perfect. Get in. We can't let him get away. Be careful, he's got a gun. I'm bleeding badly. I've got to get out of here. Got to ring that door.
Have you got him?
Nah. Oh, no, he's dead.
But I guarantee he's not going anywhere. We've got him trapped behind that pillar.
You and your friends are not going to stop me, Olivia.
Don't let him get to that door.
I'll cover him.
Yeah.
Hey!
Don't let him get to the car.
This thing better start. Stop!
Let him get away, you idiot. Come on, after him.
Those fools think they're dealing with the child?
He can't get away. He must not reach Millennia.
Get out of the way, you. If I don't get this taken care of, I'm going to be in real trouble.
expedition. What's that?
Oh no!
Goodbye.
So, he's getting away.
Not yet, he isn't. He may still be alive. Come on!
Command ship. We have hold meeting. Come in, headquarters.
Alan, do you read me?
Command.
Transferal of millennia.
I don't believe this.
Spatial coordinates is an extreme danger
Command.
of disruption.
I plotted your position and I'm coming to pick you up.
Stop playing the hero and shut up. There's nothing you can do any longer, so just listen carefully. Millennia's thousand-year cycle connect. Oh,
Then my fears about Olivia were...
yes.
Commander! Commander, come in! Please, come in, sir!
Olivia, your treachery was useless. The transfer will take place. It'll just happen without you, that's all. And without your friend, who's too cowardly to face me unmasked.
Don't be a fool, you'd be dead before you hit the ground.
Yes, maybe I will be. But at least I'll die facing my enemy, not hiding behind a piece of cloth.
Go ahead, shoot.
What?
I said do it, shoot. What?
Sorry.
Take off your mask and show me who you really are. If you have any honor, you won't refuse me. Celine? It can't be.
Yes, it can.
Your voice.
Look. Away, Scrambler.
I thought... Well, after that terrible argument with Mother, I thought you were dead.
I never believed you were dead.
Poor Leopold. My heart goes out to you. I only wish we'd still been fighting on the same side.
The frantic Alan has ordered his security forces to begin an immediate search for his fallen leader.
Now listen to me. We're going out to pick up Commander Leopold, and we're not coming back without him.
Yes, sir.
Why, Selena? What could possibly have brought you here?
What brought me here to this planet?
You know very well what I'm talking about. Why this disguise, the wave scrambler, and the rest of it. Please tell me. All these years I thought you were dead.
I'm so sorry for what you must have gone through, but that's a long story.
No.
The Millennium Way of Destruction must not be permitted to claim the life of another planet, and we are capable of ending it. Out of all the evil perpetrated by our people, at least something good has come out of it, our being brought back together again. There are no hard feelings about your fighting against me all this time. I'm only happy that we can fight together again to avenge the honor of our race.
Selena, I remember when Mother first spoke to me of your disappearance. I couldn't believe it. I guess I just didn't want to believe it.
How did she explain everything to you? Did her explanation make any sense?
Of course it did. You know how persuasive she can be. She said that you had argued with her about something to do with royal policy, and that the damage you had done was irreparable.
Therefore, she has renounced her right to the throne of Millennia. However, she seems to have disappeared. I no longer sense her presence on the homeworld. She will never be able to survive outside our environment. But that is not for you to concern yourself with, my child. You must only concentrate on the important place Millennia and her people hold in the universe, and your place in the Millennian hierarchy as the new queen designate. It is a pity your sister failed to appreciate the honor and immense responsibility of her position. As befits a future queen, you must now intensify the training of your mind and ethereal powers to be able to rule wisely and with strength. It will take a firm hand to guide the Lamatal to the planet Earth and prepare that astral position for the transferal. Do you in your heart consider yourself ready to commence this vital mission?
Yes.
Good. Your training will start as of this moment. Your objective has a twofold purpose. First, and most importantly, you must gather all the information that can be learned of the astrological forces that course through the Earth's space-time coordinates. I cannot stress enough the importance of your findings. They are the bedrock of the Millennian Transferal. Indeed, the very basis of life on our world. The Armada, which you will be commanding, must also be aware of any technological advances which have been made on the target world. Any ideas, knowledge, or discoveries that may benefit the La Metal, that may further our own social or scientific progress, must be skimmed off, catalogued, and transported back to me. This is the second part of your mission. You and the rest of the Millennium Pilgrims will live and work in a land that you yourselves will create, out of sight of the target world's current population. It will be a difficult task, especially for you, my dear. As guiding principle for the vast undertaking ahead, you will be dictating the outcome of an entire civilization by your actions. Actions that will influence all of millennia for the next 1,000 years. Now go. Prepare for your journey. The effort required will be enormous, but it will be a trial by fire from which you will return, the next queen of 1,000 years.
May I be the first to welcome you to the real world?
But how could I?
Easily. By millennium customs and practices, you were making what you considered to be the correct decision.
Well,
it's all right. You can't be expected to give up your entire... What I mean is, I'm able to understand what you felt because before choosing the path I'm now on, I too was seduced by our mother's words. All our lives we've lived in royal splendor. For us, any other lifestyle was beyond the realm of possibility, or at least that's what we were led to believe. But I felt differently. I felt to be able to rule wisely as queen, it was my duty to know all about the structure of Millennium society. When I say all about Millennium society, I included the slave world. I had to see for myself, to understand the reasons we were going to destroy an entire world. Their right to call the slave quarters a world, because that's just what it is, a world unto itself, totally alien to what life is like in the royal apartments. I saw a life of fulfillment and joy in the midst of abject poverty.
This is really terrific, Sue.
And I saw something that I'd never even dreamed about. The mystery of birth. A new life being brought into existence.
There, dear. It's all right. I'm here now. Well, it looks as if I got you just in time now, doesn't it? That's it, honey. Now we're going to do this together. Just breathe and push down. That's it. When I tell you, push real hard. Breathe. Now. There you go.
When I told Mother all I'd seen, she was not exactly pleased.
You are unclean and unfit to be queen of millennia. You will pay for your curiosity with banishment to a prison colony.
You take a rest.
One of them didn't survive the rockfall. Even before my experiences in the forced labor colonies, I knew that I would be working for the common people and slaves of millennia, and not for the privileged royalty. But after the accident, I made a new vow to put an end to the reign of the Millennium Dynasty. I stowed away on the pilgrimage that you were leading, and once on Earth, I set up my network of agents that you know as the Syndicate of 1,000 Thieves.
I can't believe that I'm actually seeing my sister in the flesh. After our Queen Mother abandoned you to a life sentence in a prison camp, I thought you were dead.
Just when I'd given up all hope, I managed to escape and stowed away with the Millennium Pilgrims on their way to Earth.
You should have let me know who you were. There were many times I came close to killing you.
Do you think it was easy to hide my identity from my only sister? But I had to know where you stood. You were also the princess of the Lama Tau.
Mm-hmm.
And the queen designate of Millennia. I just had to be sure. I didn't want to be sent back to prison. But it's more than that.
What do you mean?
I was jealous. You remember when we were children how Mom would always let Nora have anything she wanted?
Yes, I remember that.
I couldn't stand how she ignored me. I had to force Mother into accepting me on my terms.
You were only doing what she thought was right. I know how terrible Celine feels, but I have to tell her. Well, I have the confession to make too, Celine. You see, I could have tried to save you, but I didn't.
It was because I wanted to be queen instead of you.
Olivia, my sister. I no longer have any desire to wear the crown of millennia. Instead, we must save this planet Earth from destruction.
But how?
By you and I teaming up together.
You don't know how glad I am to hear you say that. This planet is a primitive place, but overall it's a beautiful world to live in. They don't stand a chance.
Search and rescue vehicle to mission control. No sign of Leopold's aircraft. We are currently flying over Section 7. Things look pretty quiet over here.
I should ask her too many questions, you promise?
Hey, look, she's over there. Hi there.
Hello, Olivia. I hope your meeting with the boss of 1,000 Thieves was a successful one.
Hi, Olivia. I really wanted to tell you that I missed you a lot.
I missed you too.
So tell me now, what's going on? Did you meet with the boss? Why do you look so depressed?
Depressed?
You can tell me later, okay?
As Olivia contemplates her meeting with Selene, an ISC deep space probe continues its visual of the Earth and its moon. Its sensors probe the heavens in search of the planet Millennia. As its sensors lock on to the approaching planet, the probe transmits vital data to the ISC space headquarters. Unfortunately for the chairman, the news is not good.
Excuse me, Mr. Chairman. This report from the ISC Deep Space Probe has just come in. Here you are, sir.
ISC Deep Space Report. Planet at present course and speed will reach the Earth in approximately 2 weeks. Thank you very much. I would appreciate your keeping this report confidential.
Yes, sir.
I have no choice. I must contact the boss. Sir, I am sorry to interrupt you, but I have vital information. Huh? A woman? What is happening?
I'm the person formerly known to you as the boss of 1,000 Thieves. I imagine you'll recognize the voice. My identity had to be kept secret for reasons of my own, but our bargain is still in effect. Report.
Very bad news. This report has just come in from the ISC Deep Space Probe.
Has anyone else seen this?
Not as yet.
How much time do we have before the transferal takes place?
2 weeks.
Our only hope is Dr. Jensen's rocket engine. 2 weeks. Can we be ready in time?
That is impossible. Dr. Corman destroyed the plans at ISC headquarters. What now? See?
This matter will become my responsibility from now on.
But what significance can one rocket engine have?
There's so much to consider, so much to do. The millenniums must be stopped. Olivia and I have no choice but to betray our people. The Earth is too beautiful a world for us to allow them to destroy it. Ancient legend told how the world was flat and the universe revolved around it. How I wish it were that simple, that the Earth were the center of all creation, rather than threatened by a power its people cannot comprehend.
Anson, have you seen Princess Olivia? I said, have you seen Princess Olivia? Am I keeping you up?
No, sir. I haven't seen her.
I have a crisis here and the watch officer is asleep. Olivia's probably out somewhere combing her hair. Oh, there you are.
Hello, Alan.
Olivia, I was trying to find you to tell you that Colonel Leopold has been murdered. I tried to save him, but when I got there, it was too late. We've got to do something about this, but I don't know what.
I'll inform the Queen.
I want revenge for his death.
My sorrow for the loss of Leopold and Alan's pain hurts me. I must inform my mother that Leopold has fallen victim to the Earth spawn. She will get angry and demand reprisals. But with our planet so close, I hope that she will let this event pass and not take further revenge on this planet.
You summoned me to tell me of the murder of Commander Leopold. A censor he wore told me the instant of his death. And I blame you for his death and accuse you of disloyalty to the royal family.
Mother, there's something about me you must understand.
Speak, though it will do you no good.
I love this planet Earth, and I don't want to see it destroyed by you or the Lamatal.
Silence! You will be replaced. You will pay dearly for this dishonor.
With Leopold dead, I am left alone to combat Olivia's treachery against our planet. But this only makes me more determined than ever to stop her.
Alan, you are hereby placed under house arrest until further notice.
What's the charge?
The shock of Leopold's death has affected your judgment. A few days' rest will make you feel better.
What sort of miserable excuse is that?
I'm sorry, Alan, but this arrest is for your own good. You have been a loyal subject. I have no desire to harm you. Guards, take him.
Sorry about this, Captain. Let's go.
Let go of me. This is what I get for being a loyal soldier. Just wait till the Queen sorts things out. You won't get any help from me, I swear it. I'll have my revenge if it's the last thing I ever do. Let go of me.
I'm sorry, my loyal friend.
As Alan is forcibly removed, Olivia knows he will have to be watched carefully, for he might prove to be a dangerous enemy. Meanwhile, at Dr. Corman's observatory, Christopher has a rather rude awakening from a good night's sleep.
I'm late. Maybe I'm getting lazy in my old age. Oh, rats, where's my shirt? Hi, sorry I overslept.
You're just in time, Christopher.
Huh?
Everything's ready, Dr. Corman. We're about to begin. We're waiting for your order to commence final countdown sequence.
Commence.
Initiating final countdown now.
Excuse me, Doctor. I'm registering some technical discrepancies.
Those are Prometheus rockets. We have to abort the launch.
Abort the launch? That's impossible, sir. The final countdown has already begun.
Prometheus, what happened to the Phoenix?
Someone has other ideas. This looks like a first strike directed to hyperspace. The chairman of the ISC has put the future of Earth in jeopardy. I want you to get him on the phone right this minute.
Sir, give me the ISC. This is an emergency. Doctor, they tell me the chairman is tied up in a meeting.
What? A meeting. This world's gone bananas.
Well, I guess you're not having such a good day.
Christopher, can't you see that I'm busy? Now go off and play somewhere.
I should have stayed in bed.
That's true. Nora is a loyal millennium, but she's also our sister, Olivia. You really think she would betray us?
I don't know, Celine. To Nora, it might not seem like a betrayal, but a patriotic act. Telling her might result in the Earth's destruction. It's too great a risk.
I hate to admit it, but you're right, Olivia.
Wishful thinking, Celine.
But there must be something we can do.
If there is, we'd better do it soon, or else it's the end.
I only know we can't give up.
Oh, Celine, I'm so tired of all of this fighting and struggling, but you've given me new hope. Do you really think we stand any chance of finding some way to end it?
I love this planet just as much as you do, Olivia. And perhaps working together we can defend the Earth, especially if we have some help.
But where can we find help now? Don't you see? If we don't come up with a plan, we'll end up fighting with our bare hands. Who'll help us?
The other La Metal here on Earth.
Do you really believe any of them would help us defend it? Could any of them have grown to love this planet as much as we? Do you think it's possible?
I hope so, Olivia.
This is Squadron Commander. We have the enemy on our scanners.
We acknowledge.
Arm phasers.
Lasers activated. Commencing attack. We are now in phaser range. Move them out.
The entire attack force has been destroyed by the enemy. Check for survivors.
This is Mission Control calling. Over.
Huh? Right. Stand by. All ships lost, sir.
I feared as much. Celine, I have bad news, I'm afraid.
None of your ships have survived, I suppose.
But how could you have known that?
I fear it was a foregone conclusion, but thank you for calling, Mr. Chairman.
Then there's nothing left to do but prepare for our sister's arrival. We must see to it that there are no more lives lost in trying to stop her.
What? Corman here?
Doctor, the mission failed.
We must launch another, and another one after that. We've got to do whatever we can militarily and scientifically to intercept that ship. It must not be allowed to reach the planet Earth.
No, Doctor. You must permit the craft to come through.
Have you gone mad, Olivia? Just roll over and play dead. Is that what you're suggesting we do? We don't know if they plan to attack. We haven't the smallest clue as to their purpose in coming here. We can't simply let them through without a fight.
It isn't a combat vessel, Doctor. It's a Royal Millennium shuttle sent to bring my sister to the Earth.
Your sister?
Yes, she has come to challenge me. And if she's able to defeat me, she will take my place, the future Queen of Millennia.
What do you mean, like some sort of duel?
Much more than that. It's been the way of our people since the very beginning of time. And yet it is very much like a duel, Doctor, in that defeat almost invariably means death.
What?
I have no choice but to accept the challenge. If I do not, the Earth will be destroyed by the devices that the La Metal have planted underground.
Good Lord.
There must be no further interference, Doctor. Not by the MIC or the ISC. Is that clear?
Yes, understood. I suppose you're right. Very well, we'll keep our distance and let them through.
There is no other way. I'm sorry. Goodbye, sir.
Bye, Olivia. Father, I'm supposed to sit here twiddling my thumbs. I've never felt so helpless.
This strange place called Earth, so full of contradictions and curiosities. I feel more at home here than anywhere in the universe. If only Nora could be made to see this planet as I do. Nora. We were so close, she and I. Once upon a time, we were like two halves of the same being. But how do I greet her now? Will I be able to stir those feelings we shared so long ago? Or has every trace of affection died in the 1,000 years since last I looked upon her face? Nora, forgive me. Try to understand as I do that our ways are wrong. Killing innocent people is evil, no matter what the cause.
while Olivia ponders questions which, in the long run, will have little bearing on the ultimate fate of the Earth, Nora's royal barge swiftly approaches the planet destined to be sacrificed if Millennium tradition is to be upheld. Her target is the tallest structure in the immediate vicinity of her errant sister.
Engine Delta 79 in closing. Doctor, the enemy vessel has broken through the Earth's atmosphere and it's rapidly converging on us. What do you suggest we do, sir? Doctor?
What, are you blind or something? Can't you both see I'm in a hurry? Get out of my way.
What's the big idea? Where's the fire, Shorty?
Yeah, what's your hurry?
It's only the end of the world, that's all.
Goodbye, Professor.
Don't I get to shut the
I'm
wheel?
sorry, you lost the game.
You're off the show. Our next guest
Listen here.
Now, I refuse to leave till I stop. Enough out of you.
We interrupt this program to bring you an urgent news bulletin. Just moments ago, an unidentified vessel, believed to be of alien origin, pierced the Earth's atmosphere and descended over capital city.
She's come. Nora has finally come.
Space Observation Tower.
Mira, I hope you're ready. I'll sure need you this time.
Look at the size of that thing.
Leader to Tango, Baker. Rise in formation to 170. Keep your distance.
Roger, leader. Rising to 170.
Remember, we're up here for observation purposes only. No attempt at contact and no threatening moves. I have a feeling that ship could turn us all into marmalade with a flick of a switch.
Understood, leader. Observation cameras engaged and operating.
Meanwhile, at his observatory, Dr. Corman can only look on in helpless suspense.
Dr. Corman! I came as soon as I heard the ship had arrived.
Good.
It's certainly a lot larger than I imagined.
We've sent helicopters up to observe it, and the findings they've received are extraordinary.
Do you have any idea why they've come, Doctor?
There's some sort of power struggle between Olivia and her sister, it would seem.
Dr. Corman, there's a smaller craft now approaching the alien vessel from the west.
Huh? Now, what could this mean? I don't see... There it is. I can't quite make it out. It doesn't look familiar.
Doctor, please, let me take a look.
Up there, at 10 o'clock.
Where?
Higher.
Oh, okay, now I see it.
Well, Christopher, what do you make of it?
I think it's some kind of Lamatalian shuttle traveling very slowly.
Since when did you become an expert on Lamatalian shuttlecraft?
It's Olivia and Mira. They're on board.
Are you absolutely sure you saw them?
I could only see inside for a second, but I'm sure it was them.
Hurry, hand the glasses over, Christopher.
Huh?
It looks like she's preparing to dock with that ship.
I don't suppose anyone's going to tell me what's going on.
It's very simple. There's a fight going on over who's to be queen of 1,000 years, and the fate of the Earth hangs in the balance. We're absolutely powerless, my boy. There's nothing we can possibly do to help her this time.
Nothing?
Nothing.
But Olivia's our friend. We gotta help her.
I know how you feel, Chris. But this is the way Olivia wanted it, and all we can do is keep our fingers crossed and hope for the best. I'm not happy about it either. What is it? What's happening? A tractor beam is throwing their shuttle on board. Christopher, where are you going? Come back!
Olivia, I'm coming!
On board the Royal Millennium Shuttle, Olivia and Mira disembark and prepare for the confrontation that might decide the fate of the Earth.
Hey! Stop here! Where do you think you're going? Come back! Hey!
Oh, Mira, I wish there was some other way.
I don't care what Dr. Corman says. Olivia needs me. Maybe I don't know exactly what's going on around here, or why Olivia's sister turned up all of a sudden, but there's one thing I do know, and that's that Olivia's laying her life on the line for us, and nobody's lifting a finger to help. Finally! Olivia!
All right, Mira. I'm as ready as I'll ever be. Nora? Olivia. It's been a very long time.
Yes, sister.
And I see you brought your friend. Greetings. You've been away from us so long, Olivia. I hope you haven't forgotten the meditation ceremony. Please be seated, won't you?
Thank you, Nora. I haven't forgotten.
Good. Then we can begin.
I'm starting to think that maybe this wasn't such a great idea. Dr. Corman!
Have you gone completely out of your mind, boy? Get down here this instant!
That's a lot easier said than done, Doctor!
Why, you... Get back down here!
I think I got myself stuck!
Olivia, what's the meaning of this intrusion?
What? Christopher! He's going to get himself killed out there!
What peculiar behavior. I can see why you find these creatures so amusing.
Please, Nora, if you still have any affection for me at all, if the love you once had for me means anything to you, please save him. Nora, for my sake, do not let him die.
Christopher!
I can't hang on! I'm slipping!
You can make it! Don't panic, Chris!
Help!
No! Let him go!
What's happening?
They're kidnapping him!
What's going on here? Olivia!
Don't be frightened, Chris. I'll protect you.
I feel so dumb. I came here to save you and you had to save me.
Dear Christopher,
As the ship soars into space, Christopher begins to wonder what he has gotten himself into. But though he trusts Olivia completely, he realizes that her power, if used for evil, could be terribly destructive. And he is about to meet her equally powerful sister Nora, who bears no love for the people of Earth.
They've got Chris aboard that ship! Don't let it out of your sight, Evans!
Roger, Doctor. We have it on the monitor now, and our radar is tracking its every move. I'm trying to project its destination on the computer.
Oh, what are they gonna do to him? Ah!
Christopher, meet my sister, Nora.
The family resemblance is uncanny. You two must be twins.
Nora, this is young Christopher, from whom I learned the meaning of compassion.
How do you do?
And what makes you think I want to meet this animal?
It was through this young earthling that I came to realize how cruel and truly evil our ancient ways really are, Nora.
If you want to be a ruler, Olivia, you can't be so unsure of yourself.
We need not have war. Millennia could live in peaceful coexistence with Earth. Think of the accomplishments we could achieve if we learned to work together.
You're talking nonsense. Millennia has already achieved greatness beyond Earthlings' imagination. It is our destiny to conquer and rule all other worlds because we're so vastly superior to them. That includes Earth.
War is immoral, Nora.
Not for millennians.
Civilized cultures don't destroy others.
Millennia is the most ancient and advanced culture in existence. You know that, Olivia.
Having superior weapons and technology doesn't mean we're civilized, Nora.
We have survived these millions of years by being strong, not by being idealistic.
It is not necessary for us to destroy Earth.
Are you telling me that you're going to openly oppose the Queen's wishes and that you'll try to prevent the transferal operation? Then it's my duty to challenge you for the throne, Olivia.
And it's my duty to prevent you from getting it.
Are you two gonna have a fight?
Yes, Chris.
A duel to the death, as demanded by Millennian tradition.
You gotta be kidding.
Millennia has only one crown, and if she desires to wear that crown, Olivia must prove herself worthy. Agreed? Good.
I will meet you at the sacred temple of Millennia.
Meantime, what will we do with this little animal?
I won't allow you to harm him, Nora.
We can't take him to the homeworld with us.
I'll return Christopher to his own home.
All right, but you must give me your word of honor that you'll meet me in the sacred temple of Millennia in 24 hours. Is that agreed? Go then.
A fight to the death with my own sister.
Small craft sighted.
Where is it? Evans, keep an eye on it, will you?
Dr. Corman, his attention centering on the abduction of Christopher, is unconcerned with the space shuttle. But he doesn't notice that Nora has jettisoned Olivia and Christopher. Their ultimate destination is the secret Lamatal base in a region known as the Hidden Land.
How are we gonna get to Millennia without being shut down by the defense forces?
Don't worry, Christopher. I'll find a way. Nothing will keep me from meeting my sister in a duel as I promised.
Well, I, for one, am not looking forward to that duel, okay? I don't like it.
It's important that you keep your trust in me. I have a lot to concentrate on, and it doesn't help me knowing that you're having doubts about my abilities.
Sorry. Wow, this is incredible!
Well, to see the princess?
What are they all so happy about?
They are honored to watch such an important world celebrity as young Christopher Jensen drive through.
Princess Olivia!
This ship was originally intended to take the Lamatal away when Millennia replaced Earth, but we have redesigned it so Earth people can come with us too.
Gee, Olivia, I bet you that a giant spaceship like this one would be a dangerous weapon if a group like the MIC got their hands on it.
The technology is too advanced for them, Chris.
You mean to tell me that the MIC wouldn't know how to use it even if they did get a hold of it? You're that far ahead of us? Wow! Can I call Dr. Corman from here?
Of course you can. I often call the lab.
How can you call from down here?
It's a complex technology involving silicon splicing, which we call cellular interfacing. Do you understand?
Can I call now?
Sure, just sit right down. Now punch in the surface latitude here.
Another Millennium design?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'd hate to see your phone bill.
Corman here. What? Who is this? What? Olivia saved you and took you to Earth with her? Wow! That's great! Where are you going from, Chris?
We're in Olivia's office down in the Hidden Land.
Down in the Hidden Land? When are you planning to come back home?
Well, I'm not sure, but, well, I'll have to call you back after we've made our game plan.
Watch out and stay with Olivia. Do you understand me?
Gotcha. I think he's worried.
I think you're absolutely right, Chris. Come along. We have much to prepare. Extra! Extra!
Why are we in this section of the city?
There's someone we've got to go meet with immediately.
Is it anyone I know?
Yes, it is.
Oh, so this is where the boss of 1,000 Thieves lives. But how can he help?
You'll see.
Hello, Olivia. Follow me. The boss is expecting you.
I'm not so sure about this, Olivia.
Don't worry, Chris. Come in. Hello, Christopher.
A lady? She can't be the boss of 1,000 Thieves. Now, let me get this straight. Your name's Celine, and you're Olivia's older sister.
That's right, Chris. You know, Chrissy catches on fast. Say, why don't you tell her about our little adventure?
Huh? Yeah, Olivia and Nora, they saved me when I was hanging on the Space Needle.
You shouldn't have climbed up there in the first place.
You should thank me. I thought you were in trouble, and I was trying to help.
You were?
Yep. Dr. Corman told me that you were going to face her alone, Olivia.
I explained. I had to do it myself.
Well, it's over and done with. The question is, what are we going to do now?
I'm afraid it doesn't look good for this planet, Olivia.
We can't let them win. It's not fair. We can't let them come here and take our planet from us. We have to destroy them, don't you see?
The only one who's capable of that is Olivia.
Huh? But how?
Have you and Nora discussed the problem? We spoke that there is no other way to settle this but through the ancient rights of our people. You would risk your life for this planet? Yes, I would. I want you to take this pouch of coded enigmamate. This will give you access to all the defense and escape capabilities I've set up. That is, if you want to help. Of course. It's important that you understand one thing. Should I lose to Nora in the duel of death, you might be the one to face her next in battle. I will understand if you decline. The risks are great indeed. Who cares? I'm with you. As you see, Christopher, she's quite brave. I want you to follow and listen to her. You'll help her till I can get back. I hope I'm able to stop Millennia. Goodbye, Chris. Goodbye, Celine. I hope I survive, if only so I can see both of you again.
You'll be back, Olivia. I know it. Olivia!
Yes, Corman here.
Doctor, it's Evans. An unidentified space vehicle has been picked up on ascension from Marianella Swamp.
It has. I want a full analysis, course projection, and description of that vehicle.
I'm afraid identification is impossible.
What is it? It looks like a falling star. Make a wish.
Well, they're on their way back to the planet Millennia.
Yes, and to Olivia's duel with destiny.
Yes, I know.
I only wish I could help her.
Yeah, me too. When I see Olivia again, I'm going to be mad at her for not taking us along.
Don't you know?
What?
Olivia is never coming back.
Huh?
I have to tell you, Christopher, that for my sister Olivia, this voyage is going to be a one-way trip.
I've got a hot, unidentified object on the screen, and it's approaching escape velocity. A few more seconds and she'll be in orbit. There's something else out there, too. I'm reading another large object moving slowly across the bay. Wait, it's picking up speed. Smoke and light! Whatever it is, its acceleration is phenomenal. It's just a blur. Whatever it was, it shot right off my monitor. What? It's gone, sir.
Saving Olivia's more important than anything. I owe her everything. Can't we go any faster?
He's terribly devoted to my sister. I hope he doesn't get hurt. Olivia, our sensors indicate we're being followed by another vessel. I'm increasing our speed. I'm sure we can outrun them.
This trip is the culmination of a journey that began the day I was born. All my life, my family's been preparing me for this. And now that my time has come, I am not ready. I am afraid.
The ship that crossed our path is now dead ahead.
Huh? Perhaps they wish only to communicate with us. Is that possible?
I wonder.
Olivia, this is Celine. I want to help you.
Oh, Celine, please understand that what I have to do, I must do alone.
I can accept no assistance from anyone.
Now what? We can't just let her go in alone.
What would you do?
I'd stop her from going, right now. How can a duel to the death with a younger sister be good for anybody?
There are reasons for what she's doing that you know absolutely nothing about.
Well, I know what's right and what's wrong in this world. And this is wrong.
I wish the situation was as simple as you make it sound.
Any way you look at it, this situation is what you make of it.
I wish it were.
But why?
My people have been living by the same tradition for thousands of years.
But that's not good enough.
Christopher, don't!
Olivia, no tradition is worth losing your life over. Olivia, forget this duel with your sister. It can only end in tragedy. Even if you win, you lose. Chrissy, come back with us.
Activate the hyperspace jump mechanism, Mira.
Done.
In a few seconds, I'll be racing toward my fate faster than the speed of light. Unfortunately, I'm not in that big a hurry. I'd rather we were dragging our anchor.
They're plunging into hyperspace. They're gone. We'll follow them. Lock in for hyperspace.
Roger.
In this ship, we can reach the nucleocipral max in seconds.
Across the illimitable infinitude of space lies the ancient planet Millennia. Like the timeless culture it conceals, a shroud of clouds surrounds Millennia in a cloak of unfathomable mystery. Beyond the veil of countless centuries, down through the mists of time, rests the desert of the dead, the sacred birthplace of the Melanic race. This lifeless land that once spawned a thriving civilization is now the surreal setting for a secret ceremony, an age-old ritual of life and death.
At last the time has come. I'm pleased that you're so prompt.
We're almost so eager to begin a fight that will inevitably lead to the death of one of us.
I am, and why not? This is the moment I've waited for all of my life. This day will see the fulfillment of a destiny that was mine before I was born. I will be the progenitress of the Melanic race. And I'm ready to fight for it.
How can you talk of destiny? I'm your sister, your own flesh and blood. We can't destroy each other. It isn't right.
You're a traitor to your own royal blood. I've always known you lack the inner strength to ensure the successful fulfillment of Millennia's destiny in the universe.
Nothing is predestined. We control our own lives. The future is what we make it.
You're so right, my sister. Here, among the shadows of the past, our present conflict will shape the entire future of Millennia. It was here in the city of eternity that Millennia began, and it is here that the glory of Millennia will begin again.
Must we fight each other? Could you really take my life after having been so close to me since the day you were born?
The day I was born, our race was born again. I am the direct descendant of the primogenitor of Millennia. In my veins flows the future of our people.
Mira.
Yes?
I never said goodbye to my friends on Earth, but I will say goodbye to you.
Are you ready to fight your sister?
As ready as I'll ever be.
But can you defeat her?
I don't know.
Are we in time to stop them?
I don't know yet.
Where are they?
They're in the city of eternity.
We've got to be able to stop the fight. I've got to save Olivia.
Among the ancient ruins of the city of eternity, two sisters face each other in a duel to the death. As decreed by sacred scripture, the survivor will reign as the Queen of Millennia, the Queen of 1,000 years.
If I thought I could change her mind, I'd try, but I know I can't.
Olivia, my sister, I want you to know I feel no ill will towards you. I regret having to kill you.
Yes, I understand. This is a path we have been traveling since we were children. We cannot change its course now. I'm relieved to have finally arrived at its end.
I am armed and ready.
So am I, prepared to defend yourself.
Goodbye. I intend to take my rightful place as the future Queen of Millennia. You've brought this confrontation upon yourself. How can you ask me to have any respect for you, Olivia? You who rejected the teachings of the can be only one outcome of this duel. Olivia, raise your weapon.
Celine, please tell me it's a dream. I can't believe she's dead. Now that Olivia's gone, what are we gonna do?
Leave for Earth as soon as we can.
Why?
Yeah, why? What's the big rush about?
With a new queen about to be coronated, it's the only way we can keep tabs on the transferal.
You're right, I'm sorry. My problem is I can't believe she's gone.
Transformation commencing now. Initiate launch sequence. Prepare to bring aboard the Queen Designate immediately. Beginning initial hyperspace transfer.
The Royal Millennium Barge, with Mira at the helm, starts its journey back to Earth. It carries precious cargo, the future queen of 1,000 years. Meanwhile, the approaching mass of the rogue planet is already starting to wreak havoc with the Earth's gravitational field, literally tearing the planet apart from the inside out. No place on Earth is safe. No place is left unscathed. Natural disasters claim the lives of millions as the Millennium Planet draws ever closer. In the ISC's most advanced laboratory complex, Dr. Corman and his assistants can do little else besides monitor the global disasters.
I had hoped this day would never come.
I'm sure we'll find a way. Sir, the hyperspace window is still open for those missiles.
Go ahead.
They're timed to reappear as the planet passes Jupiter. The ISC thinks the aliens won't notice them until it's too late. Let's hope they did their homework right.
I wouldn't make any bets about it. Corman, what is it? Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Chairman.
I am calling about that rogue planet, Corbin. You were supposed to keep me informed, but as I have not heard anything, I thought I would give you a call.
Well, I would have, but
For your low opinion of politicians, Doctor, you will have to lay it aside until this crisis has been met.
my opinions, low or otherwise, have nothing to do with the fact that you're cutting things much too close for comfort with this absurd missile plan. Of course I know that. Sir, I neither need nor want to hear that I worry about things too much. Yes, I'll keep you up to date, sir.
Oh, Chris.
Hey, come on. How come you won't eat anything? Do it yourself. I don't get it. When they first bring him in, they usually can't wait to eat, but this one won't touch his food.
Don't worry about him. He's got plenty of time.
That's for sure. He's gonna be here for a long
Come in,
time.
Orbital Command. Ellen, do you read me? The transferal of millennia into this planet's spatial coordinates is in extreme danger of disruption.
Don't worry, Commander. Hold on. I'm coming to get you.
What's wrong? Jack, Medic 14.
Yes, please. Get me to a doctor. Please, I'm dying. Have mercy. I've got to see a doctor. I've been poisoned. Please, please help
Right.
me.
Go ahead and open it. The last thing we need down here is a stiff arm. Just stay calm and we'll take you to the...
Thanks.
Hey, hold it right now!
I don't believe it. It worked.
I've got to stop them. I can't let the transfer take place. I can't let them destroy the Earth.
Hold it.
Alan, I thought they arrested you.
Yes, they let me out for good behavior. Now tell me what else you know.
Nothing?
Move it, kid.
Oh, where are you taking me?
Keep walking.
Oh, great. Here we go again.
I hope you're comfortable over there, Chris. I'm so sorry, but it's the only chair in the room.
Help!
Go ahead and scream all you want, Chris. There's nobody here to help you. It's just you and me and some questions. First, let's try an easy one. Tell me which sister won in the duel.
You can forget it.
Captain,
Huh?
leave that child alone.
Princess.
Sarah!
The new Queen Designate of Millennia insists that any interrogation undertaken on her behalf be conducted by Her Royal Highness personally. Do you understand, Captain?
I will obey your command, Your Highness. Now we'll see some results.
We must hurry, Nera. We have so much to do before the transferal, and there isn't much time.
Yes, Your Highness, I understand. We're almost there now.
Thank you, Nera. I knew I'd be able to count on you.
As a new Queen Designate, you're going to need all the help you can get.
The first thing I'll have to do is present myself to all my key operatives.
I wish you luck, Your Highness.
It's incredible. She looks just like her sister. Well, I hope the resemblance ends there. My princess, allow me to introduce myself. I am Alan, captain of the guard of the royal family of Millennia. I am honored to serve you. Due to your sister's actions, we are woefully unprepared for the moment of transference. In fact, even our evacuation ship is not yet completed. Your Highness, it's going to take an intense cooperative effort on all parts to be prepared in time. My princess, I pledge my loyalty and my life to you. My only wish is to serve you and to ensure the loyalty of the Lamatal in this, our moment of triumph.
Thank you, Captain.
Highness,
Your resourcefulness has always been appreciated by my mother, the Queen.
I have simply done my duty, Your Highness. And I will continue to do so as long as you let me.
As a matter of fact, Captain, you will no longer be in charge of our security forces. I am taking that responsibility upon myself from now on.
Your Highness, I'm sure that
You've done a good job, but with the transferal so close, I must take over.
I understand.
First, I want to question the boy in interrogation. Take me there.
Yes, of course. Here we are, Your Highness, the interrogation room. And this is our prisoner. I know he doesn't look like much.
Speak for yourself, creep. You'll never make me talk.
You'd better watch your tongue, young man. The new Princess of Millennia is standing before you. Don't forget that.
I'll never be able to forget what I saw. And even though Olivia is gone, I'm telling you I'll never help you. I'll fight you to the end. You'll have to kill me like you killed Olivia. I'm not scared of you.
That's enough of that. When we get through with you, Christopher, you'll be begging us to ask you more questions.
That's a real laugh. If I were buckled up to this electrified easy chair, you wouldn't be talking so tough. Come on, let me out of here for just 5 minutes, and I'll show you who's who.
I said that's enough. Do you know who you're speaking to? The next Queen of Millennia.
Alan, you're gonna have to do a lot better than that.
I will tear you apart.
Yeah, try it. You, I hate you even more than him.
Your Highness, we're ready to begin the interrogation.
You really think you can get away with this? The people of Earth will stop you.
Why,
That's
you...
enough, Alan. We really don't want to hurt you, Chris.
Yeah, I'll bet. And that's what you probably said to Olivia before you killed her. Just let me out of here for 1 minute and you're never gonna win.
Your Highness, we're wasting our time. There's only one way to get the truth out of him.
Power on.
Power on.
Initiate interrogation sequence.
Interrogation sequence initiated.
This must go no further. I will not allow it.
But, Your Majesty, this is the only way we can
Release
get
the boy immediately.
Your Majesty, what are you saying? This boy has information that is vital to us.
You're questioning my
No,
authority?
it's just that I don't understand the reason behind your order.
Place the captain of security under arrest.
What's under arrest? But it can't be. Olivia, you're supposed to be dead.
The time has come to drop the charade, Alan. I won the duel. I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure the destruction of the Earth does not take place. The millennium cycle will come to an end. That is final. And I can assure you there will be many changes made.
In our way of life?
It is time for the old ways to die, Alan. For too long we have taken what was not ours to take, and it is going to stop. I am going to restore the concept of honor to millennia and set our people free.
You're just a traitor, that's all you are. All this talk about setting us free, nothing but lies. And I won't be any part of this, you understand? I'm gonna stop you.
You can't get away, Alan.
Gotta get out of here. Get to an escape module. Gotta warn the Queen. Tell her what's going on. Only a little bit further now. If I can just make it to the first level, then I'll be able to get into... Trapped. I designed this. I should have known I'd never be able to get it.
Hold it right there, Captain. Don't make a move.
Good. You got here just in time. The princess is a traitor. We've got to stop her before she...
I'm sorry about this, Captain, but we're under orders to take you in. Okay, get him. Right.
Fools, you don't understand. Let go of me. You'll be sorry, all of you.
Olivia, I can't believe it. I don't know what to say.
What's the matter, Chris? You don't seem happy to see me.
Are you kidding? I just haven't gotten over the shock. You can't believe how happy you've made me. Olivia, you're alive. You're alive.
Your Highness, we caught him.
Excellent. Now put him someplace where he won't interfere with us in any way.
Certainly, Your Highness.
Hey, what's going on?
The planet Millennia is getting closer, Chris. We're starting to feel it.
This is it already? What do we do?
This is only the beginning. It's going to get worse. Earthquakes, tidal waves. We've got to stop it.
But how?
contrast to the destruction taking place on Earth. Tracking satellites keep a silent vigil in space, gathering, measuring, and recording data which they transmit to Earth scientists who scramble to decode the messages, desperately seeking a way out of their dilemma.
Sir, reports are starting to come in from all over the world.
Well,
New York has been leveled by earthquakes. London is a city on fire. Paris and Tokyo have been devastated. We've been unable to raise Moscow so far, and reports from the Middle East are catastrophic.
it's going to get even worse as that planet gets closer.
Sir, here's something. Let me see. It's a printout of the newly computed trajectory of that planet. It's going to take the place of the Earth, but only after we've been knocked out of orbit and completely destroyed.
If Olivia is correct, what's left of the Earth will be translocated to another dimension from which there'll be no escape. There's only one hope. Perhaps the ISC rocket attack will succeed in knocking the millennia off course.
Meanwhile, Celine, at the headquarters of her alter ego, the boss of 1,000 Thieves, is reunited with her sister.
Olivia! Yes, Celine, it's really me. I'm glad you survived. We have so much to do. I know. We have to find a way to save this planet. There is a way. Unfortunately, it could mean the destruction of our own home world. There's no other way. It's already been started. Rockets with unstable meteorite fragments are on their way to Millennia. Right now, they're in hyperspace and completely undetectable.
But what'll happen to Millennia?
Well, a number of things might happen. We can't be sure which will occur. Millennia might simply be knocked off course away from the Earth, or it might be destroyed completely. But Celine, I agree. The Earth must be saved, but there are billions of people on Millennia, too. Yes, I know there are, but if it's a choice between the two planets, it's our responsibility to see that the innocent one survives. I understand, Celine. It just seems such a high price for us to have to pay. Of course it is, Olivia, but what else can we do? Can you think of another plan that might succeed? No, I can't, Celine. We'll just have to be strong and remember the millennia that we knew and loved. I've made my choice. If our home is to be destroyed, so be it. The Earth must be saved. Now you must face the most difficult task of all. Huh? What do you mean? Remember, you still have a tough job ahead of you, convincing our fellow Lamatal to turn away from our old traditions and form a new world here with the citizens of Earth. Here, I want you to have this, my sister, as a sign of my love and support. What? Celine? My pendant. There can be only one leader among the Lamatal, and you have been rightfully chosen to be that leader, and I pledge to help you in any way that I possibly can. Celine, thank you. You don't know how much this means to me. And to me, Olivia. I had to stay hidden from you for so long, but now we can truly be sisters again.
Commuter Special now arriving on track 17.
Later that evening, Christopher returns to Dr. Corman's observatory.
I wonder what Dr. Corman's doing out here so late at night. He says he likes spending a lot of time by himself, but it's not good for a person to worry as much as he does. Looks to me like he could use a little cheering up. Dr. Corman? Dr. Corman?
Christopher, what in the world are you doing up at this late hour?
I couldn't sleep. Is something wrong, Dr. Corman?
You might say so. What's wrong? What's right might be the better question. Not much. It's a very beautiful night, and I've just been thinking about the Earth. Our beautiful Earth, which has so much to offer.
Come on, Dr. Corman, tell me what's wrong, please.
Well, all right, my boy. It appears the first strike Prometheus project has been lost in hyperspace, and now it's impossible to set up a hidden trajectory in time to keep the Earth from being destroyed completely.
But you shouldn't give up yet, Dr. Corman.
I have no ideas left. The end of our world is creeping up on us second by second, and there is not a thing I can do about it.
There must be something.
Dr. Corman, come quick. The chairman of the ISC is on the phone, and he's ready to blow his top.
Now, what's all that about? The meteorites, that's it.
Corman, I have called to say I've had the displeasure of reading your report. It reaches an unfortunate conclusion, Doctor. You say that the first strike Prometheus project has been lost in hyperspace. I hope you have a backup plan, for your sake.
Mr. Chairman, I don't respond to threats, veiled or otherwise, but I do have a second plan.
I expect a report.
Yeah, that's showing him, Dr. Corman.
Yes, it just occurred to me that we had quite a few of those meteorite fragments left. We can use them in a direct bombardment of Millennia. I need a feasibility report on our success ratio if we avoid hyperspace.
We'll start on it immediately. Right, I'll set up the computer projection screen now.
You can count on us, Dr. Corman. Come on, let's get to our station.
That means us.
Right now.
Good work.
It's a long shot, but I know it's worth a try. There's so much at stake now. I must steady these old hands and fight for it.
You can do it, Dr. Corman. I know you can.
My fellow Lomatalians, as my head scientist and highest-ranking officers, I've called you all here today to make an announcement that will stand forever as an historic moment in the evolution of our race. From this moment on, you are all to consider yourselves citizens of the planet Earth.
Serious?
The Millennium Dynasty has exploited far too many worlds. The time has come for us, the citizens of Millennia, to realize our own cosmic destiny. I know it is difficult to watch years of plans.
ISC council members attending the presentation at ISC headquarters earlier today. Dr. Corman went on to explain, with the aid of computer projections, the kind of planetary degradation which will occur when the rockets hit the nomadic planet. Because of the sensitive nature of those predictions, the ISC immediately restricted public access to that information, even though no one there seriously considers Dr. Corman's project a viable solution to the Millennium problem. Nevertheless, lacking any other alternative, the ISC gave Corman the go-ahead to begin immediate preparations for the upcoming launch.
You what? Don't you care about our planet?
I just don't care about politics.
What?
How can anyone be so empty of pride? Ugh! Don't you realize the risk the military takes for you? Get out! I don't want to see your face. It disgusts me. And so does this food. You don't deserve to be called a millennial. I told you to take that stupid tray away. I don't want it in here. Or you either.
Okay, hold it right there.
All right, you can put your gun away. I'm done. Listen, I'm sorry. I may have gotten a little carried away just now. But it's because I've had enough of Olivia's schemes for the sake of her Earthlings. Don't you realize it's up to us right now to put an end to this? Our homeland's about to be destroyed by some crackpot scientist from Earth. We're just standing here, doing nothing at all to stop him. Work with me to build an underground movement to stop the combined Millennium Earth forces.
Princess Olivia, somebody triggered the alarm in the explosive storage bay. It looks like Alan's the culprit.
He's escaped. Stop him.
Yes, Princess. Alan, stop or we'll shoot.
Shoot if you like, but if you do, this entire place goes up with me.
Watch out! He's got hold of a live bomb!
Right, and I'm not going to let go of it until you guarantee our safe passage. You probably won't understand or believe this, but I'm doing this for the benefit of our people.
Alan, don't. You're placing all of us in jeopardy.
No, Olivia. As usual, you turn things around to fit your distorted view. I'm taking us all out of jeopardy.
Wait for it.
Yes, that sounds just like something Alan would do. We might have expected it. I'll get on it right away and see what I can do about it. Yes, I'll contact Dr. Corman as soon as possible.
And our launch window appearance due in 36 hours.
Yes, of course I realize the implications, but I do not want to add needlessly to Corman's worries. I will tell him later. Goodbye. Corman has everything riding on this. His career, his life, all our lives. He needs complete concentration. The slightest distraction will cause us to lose precious time, and it might cause him to lose his nerve as well.
Where are those diagrams? I asked for them over an hour ago. Has everyone gone on vacation around here?
Right away, Dr. Corman. We're going as fast as we can.
It's hard to believe that the world's in such danger. Why can't we all just live in peace? I think we could live peacefully if everyone really tried, but it won't work if some people try and some don't. Have we ever really tried? All of us? Someday. Yeah! What's happening? Dr. Corman! Dr. Corman, quick! There's been an explosion underground. It might be in the hidden land.
How could you? You're insane! A maniac!
The explosion!
Well, I think your whole world is insane, Dr. Corman, and it won't stand in the way of our advancement. The device I've planted in your lab will soon go off with an explosive power like the one you just witnessed. You stop the launch, I'll stop the bomb. It's as simple as that. Goodbye.
Wait!
I saw the explosion. It was pretty terrible.
Do you think he's bluffing, Dr. Corman?
I don't know.
He must be, sir.
Well, I'd hate to have to find out the hard way.
So do we stop the launch? Solid fuel propulsion system. Liquid oxygen cooling system. Gaseous tube
The threat of an alien bomb set to detonate if the ISC launches the missiles adds significantly to the air of tension. But Dr. Corman realizes the necessity for the launch and proceeds.
Sir, all rocket systems check out. They're ready to go as soon as the launch window opens.
We'd just better be around to find out if it works.
We have every available man searching for the bomb, sir. We'll find it in time.
I hope so, Evans. I hope so.
I don't see anyone evacuating the observatory, do you?
No.
Good. That means the launch is going to be postponed indefinitely. There's no way they can find the bomb and make the launch window.
All personnel, please clear the missile silos.
Mr. Chairman.
Yes?
It's time. Initialize launch sequence. Missile 1. Missile 2. Missile 3. Launch sequence initialized, sir. We're ready to fire.
This is it. It's really happening. The die is cast. There can be no turning back now, nor ever again.
1 minute, 30 seconds to launch. They're beginning the countdown, Doctor.
Then we only have a minute and a half left to find it.
I know that, sir. All the men are still looking for it.
Well, they have to find it. There's no time to evacuate.
This way. We didn't look down here.
Come on, hurry, hurry.
I can't stand it. Hey, Mary, do you think you can help me? Do you know about the bomb?
1 minute to launch.
Say, Mira, would you be able to lead me to it? Great. Let's get going. Hey, wait up.
How much time?
We have just 45 seconds left before launch.
We'll never find it.
Hey, where are you going, Mira? Hey, Mira, are you down there? I don't see you. Oh.
All personnel take final safety precautions.
30 seconds to launch window.
Corman, this better work.
25 seconds.
I beat you.
20 seconds. 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition! Missiles away!
I don't believe it. The fools! Now they must die. There!
We're still here? We're alive? What? Christopher! What's that thing? Oh, is that the explosive? Oh, Chris, listen to me. You just saved all of our lives. Yep, you disarmed the bomb in time, and not only that, take a look. The missiles were launched successfully, Chris. They're on their way to Millennia. If my calculations were correct, this crisis will soon be over.
Is there anything else we can do, Dr. Corman?
Pray.
The whole Earth prays and watches and hopes as the missiles rush toward the oncoming planet. A successful strike will knock the rogue planet off course sufficiently to avoid a planetary collision.
Continuing to monitor the progress of the 3 missiles. All systems acknowledge commands and redundancy components activated where essential. Sensors indicate no malfunctions.
First stage has been achieved with 100% success. Time remaining completing stage, 1 hour, 54 minutes. Mr. Chairman, I don't mean to throw a damper on the mood of the celebration that we're all now enjoying, but as head of security for the ISC, I have a few questions that still need to be resolved.
Huh?
For instance, it seems to me we had very little resistance to the launch of these missiles. I mean, one splinter group tried to blow up Corman's laboratory, but other than that, nothing. I'm worried.
Come on, what are you so worried about? Your part of this mission is over. Those missiles are up in space already, and it will not be long before they have done their job. Now, you know I hate to take credit, but it was all due to my determination.
Continuing to monitor the missile's progress. All systems are functioning normally. Missiles are closing on target with a course variation of less than 0.0003%.
Closing on target. Closing on my home. No matter. I've made my decision, chosen my course. I only hope it's the right one. My beautiful planet, forgive me, but your dynasty had to come to an end.
Gentlemen?
Yes, sir? What is it, Dr. Corman?
We are now at the most delicate stage of this mission. All our hopes are resting on this one final chance. Keep your eyes open, men, and notify me at once of any change in status.
Yes, sir. Right away, sir.
Dr. Corman?
Yes, Christopher, what is it?
Well, I was just wondering about something. Will this work? I mean, is the crisis really over? That is, will you tell me the truth, Dr. Corman, please? You're safe?
A scientist learns never to assume anything, Chris.
What do you mean?
There are a whole lot of variables to consider.
There are?
Oh, yes.
That's just the way I figured it would be. There are no sure things.
That's right. Will the missiles hit the target? Will the charge be strong enough to knock the planet off course? I don't know for sure. All I can tell you is it looks good on paper.
How much time? How much longer before my home planet is destroyed? I can't bear to think about it any longer. Celine, I must speak to Celine. She'll know what to do. Celine, come in, my sister. Are you there? Thank goodness.
Olivia, I know why you called. You've been having the same doubts and fears that I have.
Yes.
That's perfectly natural.
Yes, I know, but I didn't expect to have these feelings. Oh, I made my decision, and I'm willing to live with it, but the guilt, Celine, I can't begin to tell you. Oh, I'm so confused.
And don't forget, what if the Phoenix Project should fail?
You're right, I hadn't even considered that possibility. If it fails...
If it fails, then the lives of all the Millennium pilgrims on Earth will be forfeited. And the Queen...
Yes, but even if the mission should succeed, there's still peril. Why, there's no guarantee that when the planets pass each other, there will be any survivors. It may have all been for nothing. If the gravitational forces are strong enough, there will be earthquakes, volcanoes, continents will fall into the sea. There'll be enormous tidal waves.
Oh. Olivia, are you there?
There's so much I hadn't considered, Celine. So much can go wrong, even though I thought I made the right decision. Oh, we must continue to plan for the evacuation of the Earth. We must equip the escape rocket with Dr. Jensen's engine. We must take no chances. We must not let our guard down, not now. We're so close. We may have turned our backs on Millennia, but we must all be ready to escape from Earth.
Just in case it becomes inevitable.
Yes, Olivia, I must agree with you. Just in case it becomes inevitable.
Missiles are locked on course, and impact is in 9 minutes and counting. They should be entering Millennia's atmosphere in approximately 5 minutes, Mr. Chairman.
What is happening? What has gone wrong? Where's the picture?
It's nothing to worry about, sir.
Then why is it we have lost our picture?
The probe is passing through a radiation field around Millennia, similar to our own Van Allen belts. We've been able to maintain computer contact with the missiles, and all systems check out okay. As soon as the probe makes it through, we should be able to restore our visual contact. There, right on course.
See, what did I tell you? It was only a radiation field. Nothing to worry about.
Our missiles are just about to enter the atmosphere of Millennia, Christopher. I hope that special alloy we developed for their nose cones will block out most of the heat. If it doesn't, the friction might cause the temperature to climb high enough to detonate the Lamatol meteorite fragments we're using as the explosive.
Sir, the missiles are in the exosphere. We are at impact minus 4 minutes and counting. The modified nose cones seem to be holding out, and the missiles remain locked on target. All tracking stations report no resistance or counterattack from Millennia.
All systems are go. We are 1 minute to impact and counting.
So much is riding on the outcome of this mission. This is going to be the longest minute of our lives.
Our computer reports a course variation of 0.0084 degrees.
We're not going to have another chance. The fate of both planets depends on our ability to deflect Millennia. Everything must be absolutely perfect, or billions of people may die.
I sure hope we're doing the right thing.
Impact in 10 seconds and counting. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Impact.
Exploded upon impact with Millennia. We should be able to tell within a couple of minutes whether or not we were successful.
That was fast.
According to these preliminary reports, Millennia is changing her course.
Well then, that means we've been able to pull it off.
This calls for a celebration. Won't you join me? Well now, congratulations, Dr. Corman. This certainly is a proud day for the ISC.
Yes, it is, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, sir. Yes, sir, we were monitoring the entire operation through our computer hookup. Oh, yes, we had a big scope on it, too. That's right. Just wonderful. Thank you, sir. I'll be sure to tell them.
But, sir, isn't it premature for us to be celebrating?
Oh, stop worrying, Christopher. We've averted a great disaster today. Gentlemen, the chairman sends you his personal congratulations for a job well done. Now, if you're ready, we should begin at once to examine all of the data to determine why we got that faulty reading about the missiles altering their course.
The danger is over. The ISC announced today that 3 armed missiles have been successfully deployed against the planet Millennia, the rogue planet, which has been moving into our solar system on a collision course with the Earth, has been thrown off its trajectory by the massive, carefully planned explosions. Its new path will take it safely past our planet and out of the solar system. We repeat, the danger from the planet Millennia is over. Also in the news this evening.
I don't want to hear about it anymore. I failed to protect my planet, and I failed to protect my queen.
Listen, Ellen, I know the situation looks grim, but you did everything that you could.
And I failed.
We all have to share the blame for the failure of the transfer, and now there's nothing we can do but watch while our planet dies.
Hey, I'm not exactly dead yet. And if there's a way to fight these Earthlings, I swear I'm gonna find it. And I think I have a good idea of just how it can be done. Hold on, Your Majesty. Just hold on.
I wonder what kids are like on Millennia.
Well, I imagine that they're very much
Dr. Corman, you better see this at once. It's incredible, sir.
Yes. What's up?
Look at this. I've run this check about 5 times. It keeps coming out the same.
What is your preliminary conclusion, Evans?
I'm not sure, Doctor. There definitely was a systems error, but it doesn't appear to have come from our system.
Has all this been cross-checked?
Yes, sir, it has. I'm using our alternate computer to check our findings. We stopped using this model because it was too slow, but it's still reliable. I'm afraid it's confirmed our earlier findings, Doctor. The course was changed. But the angle of variation was only 84/10,000th degrees.
So, given this new variation, will we be able to predict the new course Millennia will take?
Yes, it'll pass very close to us and cause extensive damage to both planets due to the gravitational stress.
Oh my gosh, something's gone wrong, hasn't it, Dr. Corman?
Get me some figures on this new trajectory!
Right, coming up now, sir. We've altered the course by 0.010215%.
That's not enough!
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
We tried everything and it still wasn't enough.
Dr. Corman, what are we gonna do?
We needed a course change of at least a 4.2%.
Hello? Dr. Corman, what is the matter? Why are you calling?
What the?
And how did you say you came to this conclusion, Doctor? Huh? I see. I will break the news to the press. Goodbye, Doctor.
All right, Mr. Chairman, don't keep us in suspense. What's going on? What did Dr. Corman have to say?
There was a systems error in the ISC computer, and the missiles landed off course. Millennia's approach has been altered enough to prevent a collision, but there will be major geophysical disasters on both planets. We must be prepared for the worst.
We had to try, Chris. If we hadn't fired those missiles, our planet's destruction was guaranteed. But now, well, it wasn't what any of us had planned. If only we had had more time, we could have rechecked the system. It's going to be pretty rough. Both planets will have to withstand tremendous gravitational stresses. What a disaster.
Yeah, Doctor, you said it. I feel real sorry for the Millennians.
So do I, Chris. I sort of wonder if the population there even knows what's going on. I guess we'll have to send a relief mission to Millennia.
Like stealing candy from a baby.
The missiles have missed their target. They've missed, but how can that be? A malfunction in their computers, apparently. Hardly surprising. A malfunction? Yes, their technology is hopelessly inadequate to the task.
Then that means that all of our efforts have been for nothing. We've run out of time at last.
There's always enough time for a miracle, Olivia. Farewell.
Control Center, this is Alan. Come in, Control Center. Do you read me? What a pile of junk this radio is. This is Alan. Control Center, come in.
Control Center here, Commander. We are able to receive your transmission, but it's badly broken up by atmospheric interference. Millennia's electromagnetic field is increasingly hampering our ability to communicate.
Millennia is still approaching.
Affirmative, Commander. The missiles launched against the homeworld succeeded in only marginally altering its approach. It will still pass very close to this planet.
How close?
Close enough to inflict catastrophic destruction on both of the planets.
So much for the brilliant Dr. Corbin.
It could mean the complete extinction of the Earth's population and of our own.
Listen to me.
Yes, Commander.
Is construction proceeding on the rocket ship?
Yes.
Good. If my plan works, we may not need Millennia to destroy the Earth. We may be able to do it ourselves.
For security's sake, I'll immediately double the guard on the rocket construction plant. Commander, I feel I should warn you. I'm picking up several vessels closing on your coordinates. It may be an enemy squadron, sir.
You don't say. Right you are. 4 fighters on my tail. We'll have to continue this conversation some other time. Target practice. What's happened? I'm losing control. These fools must have hit me. I can't pull up.
Gee, could anybody survive that crash? He must have come this way. Look at this impact. But where? There he is. Wow. I gotta hurry. I gotta find out what he's done. Hey, Alan. Hey, Alan, are you in there? Huh? Alan. Huh? Alan, he survived.
No thanks to you.
Oh, yeah, well, I think we... Hey! Hey, put the gun down.
You. If it hadn't have been for you, none of this would have happened. I ought to...
Alan, you've really been hurt. We gotta get you to a hospital. You'll be okay.
I know you only want me to get better so you Earthlings can interrogate me. I'll die first.
That's fine by me. Go ahead.
But first I'm going to take care of you and that miserable traitor, Olivia. We'll destroy the whole planet for what you've done to Millennia, Earthling.
You'll never get away with it. No, you don't. That's it. I've had enough. I've been tortured and threatened and beat up, and I'm telling you this is going to be the very last time. Make one move and I'll shoot you. I mean it. If you don't believe me, just try it. All right. I want you to get up on your feet real...
Look out.
I said no more tricks, Alan. I mean it.
Yes. You're right. No more tricks. What's the point?
That's right. Start talking.
Talk? Talk? About what? Destroying the Earth? Yes, I tried. I did what I could to save my world, no less than what you did to save yours.
What? Alan! He's no different from me. He just wanted to save his world. I just did what I had to. I guess I won't be needing this anymore. Hey, what? Hey! Who's in that chopper?
All right, I see him.
Tell me again what he said.
Sure, like I said, he was mumbling incoherently all the way into surgery, right before they put him under. He said he failed at his last mission, something about reaching the Queen of Millennia so they could work out a plan.
The flagship of the Millennium Queen continues toward Earth.
Has there been any attempted communication from the Queen's flagship?
Not yet, Your Highness. However, I will inform you as soon as there is any change in status.
Thank you. I'll be in my quarters. What are they waiting for? What are they going to do? I know of only one person who might have the answer. Celine, please come in. Celine, are you there? Please respond. Oh, Celine, where are you? I need your help. Please come in. Celine?
I'm here, Olivia. Tell me what you need. It certainly sounds like it must be a matter of great urgency.
It is. The Queen Mother's flagship has been sighted approaching the Earth.
Our mother's flagship?
That's right. They haven't contacted me yet, but under the circumstances, I can come up with only one plausible explanation for their presence.
Yes, to destroy the Earth. Our mother won't take defeat lightly. Listen to me carefully, Olivia. I want you to search the depths of your consciousness. It has been inscribed in the cosmic consciousness of each Lamatalian that someday our cycle would come to an end.
Yes.
We've known in our hearts that we could not go on forever, and now that day has finally come. Our planet is now a dead planet, our race a dead race. There's only one reason, Olivia, that the Queen Mother is coming to Earth. To seek vengeance against this world, to destroy the civilization that alone was able to halt the mighty millennium cycle. Yes, revenge.
But if it was preordained, why did she seek vengeance?
Her response is her own choice.
Perhaps she can be persuaded to accept our final destiny.
Will you do it?
I must try. She must not be allowed to destroy the Earth, and yet the alternative. Celine, she's still our mother. She must not be harmed. Do you agree?
Yes, I agree, Olivia. Do what you can.
Meanwhile, in space, the object of the sisters' discussion, the flagship of the Queen of Millennia, continues to approach the Earth. Huge, silent, ominous, it remains undetected by the Earth at large. The sisters continue to discuss their strategy as the ship draws nearer.
Well, what approach do you suggest I take, Celine?
Approach? Well, I'd start with the futility of vengeance.
And would you end with the quality of mercy?
That's not a bad idea. But I don't think she'd buy it.
Neither do I. Celine, what am I going to tell her?
Well, have you considered threatening her?
No, it is not my place to threaten the Queen Mother.
Well, how about pointing out the very real threat the Earth's defense forces pose?
You mean appeal to her enlightened self-interest? Yes, that just might work.
And all the while, the Queen Mother's flagship comes closer and closer. On the bridge of the flagship, there is the air of tense expectation.
Sir?
Yes, what is it?
I picked up some transmissions on a Lamatal frequency, sir. Would you like to hear them?
Lamatal frequency, huh?
Yes, sir.
Well, I better give it a listen. Probably nothing important, but if it's on a Lamatal channel, I better just give it here.
I'll tell her if she doesn't go back to Millennia, the Earth forces will blast her out of the sky.
Commander,
Yes, what have you got?
we've just picked up a transmission that originates with the Princess Olivia.
What does she have to say? Well, go on.
She was making threats on the Queen's life.
I see. How very interesting.
What shall we do, Commander?
Do?
Yes, Commander. Do you have any orders?
Contact the princess.
You heard the Commander. Contact her.
Yes, sir. Calling Princess Olivia. Come in, Princess. This is Commander Goran's flagship. Contacting Princess Olivia. Sir, I'm having trouble reaching the princess on the pre-established channel. Calling Princess Olivia. Come in, Princess Olivia. I don't know, there we go. I got her, sir. I'll establish a visual link immediately.
Princess. How kind of you to take the time to respond to our signal. I realize we're not very important. After all, we're only emissaries from the Queen.
I'm responding for one reason. Your purpose is known to us. You must return to Millennia at once.
Why, thank you. Your thoughtful advice is most gratefully accepted by myself on behalf of the Queen. I most eagerly look forward to the part where you threaten to blow us out of the cosmos.
It is not a threat. I'm simply communicating the facts. The Earth is very well equipped. They will be able to defend themselves against you, and I do not wish to see the Queen harmed.
Thank you for the warning. I'll relay it to Her Majesty. Now, if you'll hear mine.
Go ahead, I'll listen. What's the message from the Queen, Commander?
We're about to destroy the planet Earth. You must evacuate all the Lamatal from the planet before we do so. That will be all.
All?
Yes. And you do not have very much time. You must begin the evacuation immediately, Princess.
I've given the Lawmatal a choice. They may remain on Earth with me or return to the Queen.
If you ask me, that's not much of a choice, considering the Earth's about to be destroyed.
Commander. I see my powers of persuasion failed me just when I needed them most. No, I can't give up. Not now. Not when we're so close.
I must contact the chairman immediately. He must know of our Queen Mother's plan to destroy the Earth.
Hello, this is the chairman. What do you want?
Mr. Chairman, I'm afraid I have grave news which demands your immediate attention. The Queen of Millennia has ordered a battle cruiser to destroy the Earth in revenge for our destruction of her plans.
Yes, I will call Gorman.
Paprika and red pepper are the key to making a good cup of tea, Christopher. Also, you've got to make sure the water is just the right temperature. Here goes.
That can't be good for you.
Nonsense. As I was saying, Christopher, this simple concoction will provide all the nutrients your body needs by drinking just one cup of tea.
No thanks, Doc. I'll take my chances with normal food. Say, have you ever thought about using that tea for rocket fuel?
I wonder. No. I wonder who could be calling at this hour. This is Dr. Corman. Mr. Chairman.
Good evening, Dr. Corman. We find ourselves once more confronted with an alien threat upon our planet.
What do you mean, sir?
The Earth will soon be under attack. The Millennials are making one last attempt to destroy us.
Mr. Chairman, what action is being taken to defend our planet?
I am ordering up all reserve forces. Any help you could give will be appreciated. We must win.
Wait! Mr. Chairman!
Aliens?
That's right, Chris. And there's nothing we can do to stop them.
As the Millennium flagship slowly but deliberately heads for its rendezvous with the Earthlings, its crew anxiously prepares for the final battle, a battle in which they will seek revenge for their queen.
Course correction, implement. Yes, sir. Commencing.
I wish this kid would wake up. We have to find out just how much of that message he got through to the Queen.
ISC fighters in final preparation for launch. The Millennium convoy has been sighted. All unauthorized personnel clear the launch area at once.
Let us get started. The enemy is in range. Yes, sir. Commence launching.
We have liftoff. All fighters locked on target. Fleet rendezvous estimated in 17 minutes.
Think we have a chance, Dr. Corman?
Christopher, I don't understand how you can say a thing like that.
A thing like what? All I was trying to say, Doctor, is that...
Do you think we're just playing? Instead of complaining, young man, why don't you do something useful? Now move it!
Okay, right.
Fighters now approaching enemy target area.
Our sensors are picking up a squadron of Earth fighters on direct course with our vessel. Now activating offensive weapons systems on decks 6 and 7.
Aye, aye, sir. 6 and 7 launching fighters. Your Highness, our Queen's vessel is now entering the outer perimeter of the Earth's atmosphere and beginning offensive maneuvers.
The battle which will destroy this planet is about to begin, and I can't do a thing to stop it.
Captain, the Earth fighters are in range. Should we open fire? Yes, with pleasure. We will begin immediately. This is ISC Fighter Squadron 7. We've spotted the aliens and are commencing attack. All fighter squads assume attack formation. Here they come. Every last one of them has been destroyed by the alien force. Our outer defense perimeter has been thrown down. We don't mess with those aliens. We'll never be able to beat them.
Sensors indicate that the Earth's defense forces have been depleted to just a small band of low-level fighters and ground units. Instituting ground assault, we anticipate very little resistance.
Red alert. This is not a drill. Alien forces approaching. All fighters scramble immediately. This is not a drill.
Commuter Special now arriving on track 17.
It just doesn't make any sense to me. The whole world is falling apart and everyone seems so calm. Maybe I'm missing the point. Dr. Corman was right. I'm going to do something useful like find Olivia before the fireworks start.
We are now descending through the lower portions of the Earth's atmosphere.
We're meeting pretty heavy resistance, sir.
Very well. Launch counterattack immediately.
Aye, aye, sir.
We have the enemy in range. Here goes.
Report in. I was watching him just like you asked when I got attacked on all four sides. I was outnumbered and fighting two guys off when he escaped out the back window. I know I failed you, and if you want to punish me, I'll understand.
Just when I thought the war was over, it seems to be beginning again.
The Earth's defenses.
My Millennium people have become barbarians. This must end.
We've got to find Olivia before it's too late.
But do I have the power to stop a tidal wave?
I've got to tell the authorities so they can warn everybody. What'll we do?
It's very nice as tidal waves go, but it isn't big enough to be genuinely awesome. I suggest we give Mother Nature a bit of Millennium assistance. Draw the waves higher, my children. Higher! destructive force of such awesome majesty as has never been seen before on Earth. Higher! Higher!
Augmented by the pull of Millennia's gravity, the tidal wave grows to almost supernatural proportions as it races toward land. Nothing in its path can hope to withstand such an overwhelming force.
Behold, Earthlings, behold your approaching doom and tremble. Nothing can save you now, nothing!
Tidal wave! Tidal wave! Tidal wave!
Forward, my children, and let nothing be spared. Behold the power of the Queen of Millennia!
A few miles inland, the battered city is still reeling from the devastating effects of the earthquake, still unaware of the looming doom which is swiftly approaching.
Papa, please try one more time to get out.
I'm pinned into solid.
Here we go.
Wait to high ground immediately. Repeating the emergency bulletin. A devastating tidal wave is now speeding toward our city. All residents are warned to evacuate to high ground immediately.
Not enough to save your belongings. You must evacuate the city at once. The tidal wave has already wiped out several coastal towns and is moving toward our city at tremendous speed. Leave immediately. Don't panic.
Somebody help him.
Help! Don't worry, I got you. Now, do you know where your daddy and mommy are?
Albert, I've been looking everywhere for you. Come on.
Huh? Mira, what is it? What are you trying to tell me? I can't understand you, Mira. Don't blame me. It's not my fault if I can't understand your dumb language. Huh? Okay, you want me to follow? I understand now. I hope you know where you're going. And wherever it is, I sure hope Olivia's there.
An air of tension descends upon a silent city, as though the senseless buildings themselves realize the horrifying fate that confronts them. The tidal wave races toward the heavily populated coastal cities, targets for destruction due to the power of millennia.
The giant tidal wave will be striking our city sometime after nightfall. You must evacuate now. There is...
Can't evacuate!
I've looked everywhere in the city for Christopher. Where could he be? That kid's gonna drive me out of my mind. I only hope he survived the earthquake. But it could be those who didn't survive may prove to be the lucky ones.
Night falls and still the city waits. The Millennians control the forces of nature, and they are content to take their time, savoring every moment of their triumph over Earth.
If the reports are true about the size of those tidal waves, we are indeed doomed. Nothing on Earth can withstand such a force. No power on Earth can turn them back or halt their march. We are indeed helpless to fight back.
And now, on the waterfront of the great city itself, angry waters leap and churn as though eager to be unleashed to devour the works of man. This is but the overture to the thundering wall of watery doom which is approaching ever more rapidly, and now is just offshore. Spurred by the power of millennia, all of nature lashes out in a violent frenzy, Earth's own elements turned, ironically, into the potential instruments of its destruction.
Olivia! She's just standing there, watching all this destruction.
This is the first time I've ever attempted to invoke the full power of the crown, and to think I will be using it to oppose my own people. I can feel the power growing within me. Power needed to halt the force of the tidal wave, which is traveling toward the city with an incredible velocity. If I fail, the coastal citizens here will be doomed. I cannot fail. I must not fail. Here it comes. I must concentrate. It's more huge and powerful than I imagined. No, I must not allow doubts to confound me. I can do it.
concentration.
Back to the city where you belong!
The force of the tidal wave has yielded to Olivia's mental strength, focused through the Millennium crown of power. The city is preserved from further destruction for the time being, and countless thousands of lives have been saved by Olivia's action. Lives threatened by a conflict that they cannot comprehend.
Olivia! Come on, Mira. She's collapsed. It was just too much for her. Please let her be all right. Oh, no. Olivia! Olivia! She's so cold and still. I can't even tell if she's breathing. Oh, if anything's happened to her, I don't know what I'll do.
Authorities are unable at this time to explain what has happened, but by some miraculous means, the threat of the tidal wave has been averted. Considerable damage has been inflicted upon coastal facilities by the combined forces of the earthquake and the floodwaters, but the city has been spared from the total destruction which seemed inevitable. Grateful citizens everywhere are breathing sighs of relief.
Her life forces drained by her struggles to halt the tidal wave, Olivia lies in a state of total collapse. Christopher maintains a constant attendance at her bedside.
Her fever refuses to break. She's been delirious like this for hours. Oh, Olivia, please wake up. Please, Olivia, please.
In her tormented, feverish dreams, Olivia returns to her homeworld of Millennia and relives a fateful moment of her youthful past.
Celine, as your mother, I am heartbroken, and as your queen, I am enraged by your behavior. I had hoped you would outgrow your willful, arrogant rebelliousness, but you've only grown worse as you've grown older. I fear you shall never develop the qualities which a queen of Millennia must possess. Why couldn't you be more like Olivia?
Well, then why don't you name Olivia as your successor? You've always liked her best anyway.
Silence, Celine! I won't hear another word of your impudence. And as for naming Olivia my successor, that's precisely what I intend to do. As eldest daughter, the crown is my right. Olivia will never wear it. Olivia, I have called you here to inform you that I have deposed your sister Celine as my heir apparent. I am naming you as my successor to ascend to the throne of Millennia. It grieves me to set my children one against the other, but it is for the greater good of Millennia, and my duty as queen goes before all else. Your sister Celine's ambition is ruthless, and she'll stop at nothing to subvert my will in this matter, so beware. Come forward now and receive the power. The future fate of Millennia shall be in your hands. The power I give you is equaled only by the responsibilities you shall inherit. Use this power wisely, and be ever mindful of your duties as defender of Millennia. Remember, you also have a younger sister waiting to replace you. Now rise, O future queen of Millennia. And remember, Olivia, our people and our world shall depend upon you for their very survival. The power I give you is equaled only by the responsibilities you shall inherit. Remember, Olivia, our people and our world shall depend upon you for their very survival. Their fate is in your hands.
Forgive me, Mother, but my heart will not allow me to use the power of Millennia to destroy the weak and innocent people of Earth. It's almost as if she's lost the will to live, Doctor.
We owe her so much. I'm doing everything in my power to save her.
Dr. Corman, I have to see you immediately.
What's the problem, Mr. Chairman? I have a patient under intensive care and I absolutely can't leave the hospital.
It is an urgent matter that cannot be discussed over the phone.
But, sir, I'm involved in a life and death situation here.
Believe me, Dr. Corman, this matter is more urgent.
Very well, sir. Bye.
You can't just abandon Olivia like this.
I'll be back as soon as possible, Chris. What?
Get in, Doctor.
All right, Mr. Chairman. What's this all about, anyway?
I am taking you to meet the new queen of Millennia.
Huh? What about Olivia?
Olivia? Ha! How can we negotiate with her? She is still in a coma, is she not?
But who else can you negotiate with?
The next in line for the throne is Celine, her sister, since Olivia is obviously unable to govern now. We have no choice but to recognize Celine.
What? You can't mean you're just casting Olivia aside. Olivia's the best friend Earth ever had, Mr. Chairman. We owe her our support.
Sorry, Corman, that is my decision.
So that's how you show your gratitude to Olivia after all she's done for us? I can't believe it.
The true queen is missing, and we presume she is dead, so we cannot negotiate with her.
So you're recognizing a new queen in order to negotiate peace?
That is the situation. And now I would like to introduce Olivia's sister, Celine. Celine, this is our Dr. Corman.
Doctor?
Pleased to meet you. I understand you're to be recognized as the new Queen of Millennia. In all honesty, I don't approve of this a bit.
Nor do I. In fact, I refuse to be recognized as such.
I must confess, I'm completely in the dark as to what's happening around here. What are you talking about? You won't accept recognition.
Just that.
Celine refuses to replace her sister officially, but for our purposes, she will represent the throne of Millennia.
But in fact, I'll represent nothing as long as our mother, the Queen, is still alive. If our mother escaped, neither Olivia nor I have negotiating authority.
And that is the problem.
What?
We cannot negotiate peace if there is even a small suspicion that the old Queen is not dead. We do not believe she is aboard the flagship that is presently engaging our forces. However, and you must understand, Corbin, I am telling you this in strictest confidence. Have I your word that you will keep this confidential?
Of course.
We have just learned that the gigantic mothership has evacuated from Millennia, and she could be aboard. If it turns out that she is alive and aboard that ship, all of our negotiations will have been in vain.
I see.
I am attempting to stop these hostilities and bring about peace. My career is on the line. It is time the ISC started running things around here.
You're joking.
No, I am not.
But, sir...
We cannot afford to take a chance, Corbin. If the Queen is aboard that ship, she must be destroyed. Otherwise, there is no hope for peace.
How do we do it?
That is your job, my friend. Find us a way to destroy that ship.
I'm afraid you're asking the impossible this time, sir. I'm sorry. I simply refuse to aid you in this power-mad scheme.
At a remote and isolated beachfront hideout, Alan and a small group of Lamatal survivors still refuse to accept defeat. Again and again, they desperately seek to make contact with the Queen's flagship.
Commander Allen's group, calling the flagship. Come in, please. I say again, this is Lamatal Emergency Base Zebra. Commander Allen's group, calling the flagship. Please, come in, flagship.
We receive you, Zebra. Stand by for ship's commander.
At last.
They're ready, sir.
Good work, soldier.
Control, please inform the commander that we've established contact with Commander Allen at Lamatal Emergency Base Zebra on Earth.
Thank you, Comms Center. The commander is standing by to receive the transmission on the bridge.
Very well, Control. I'm now patching Commander Allen's transmission through to the bridge. You may go ahead, sir.
Go ahead, Alan. We're ready to receive your transmission now.
Commander, I'm sorry to report that if you have any intention of recovering the Millennium crypts of the Lamatal, the first thing you're going to have to deal with is the wearer of the Crown of Power.
Attention navigation. Set a course for planet Earth at full thrust. All weapons sections stand by to bombard them with everything we've got. We're going to show those Earthlings that the power of Millennia isn't to be trifled with.
With Olivia still unconscious in a state of total exhaustion, Earth is without the only defense it has against the threat of the oncoming Millennium flagship.
Commander Gorin guides the invincible Millennium battlecruiser relentlessly towards Earth. He has been honored to be chosen for this mission. His assignment, revenge.
Are you ready to undertake the mission that may vindicate your tarnished reputation?
Yes, I am ready.
Our Millennium Master Plan has been thwarted by mere Earthlings. Now the time has come to exact retribution for our humiliation. First, I want the chairman of the scientific community eliminated.
Right.
Secondly, I want accurate information about Earth's defenses and retaliatory capabilities. I am granting you unquestionable authority to do whatever is necessary to achieve our ends and restore the honor of Millennia.
Yes, Commander. I have been given a free hand to avenge this blight against Lamatalian dignity and our Millennian destiny. First, we must infiltrate the headquarters of the military-industrial complex and bug their conference room for the information Commander Gorin seeks. Once we've obtained the necessary information to plan our defense, I look forward to eliminating the chairman, the man who has betrayed his people, as well as our own.
Huh?
Chairman?
I am glad you came by. I was just about to call you on a matter that has been pressing heavily in my mind these last few days. Listen.
Wait, listen to me first. I have a feeling someone's infiltrated our headquarters.
Why is that?
Because only moments ago I saw a squad of soldiers converge on a trailer that came in last night. This morning someone heard sounds coming from inside. They riddled the crawl space with machine gun bullets. But there was no one inside, only emptiness. I think if one of us is in imminent danger, it's better to be safe than sorry.
You are right.
Huh? Hello? Yes, this is Dr. Corman. What's that? Someone's been caught sneaking all over the place? Someone's loose in the building, and as usual, Mr. Know-It-All won't listen to reason.
Nothing has worked out as I had planned. It seems as though I am not destined to take over the government. Time will tell.
What? Huh? Hey, what is this? Mr. Chairman, watch out! Watch out!
Strange.
Was I right in denying my Millennium heritage to save the Earth from total devastation? I'm sure I was. I love Earth. This is my adopted homeworld.
Olivia, you won't believe this. Alan has just assassinated the chairman.
Alan's gone mad. What's happening? I can't believe that Alan has sunk so low as to resort to terrorism and murder. I remember when he was the proud head of security for the Lamatal.
Hurry! Dr. Corman and Celine said they were going to meet us at the hospital.
The chairman was dead before he ever reached the hospital. Alan did a very thorough job.
I won't forget what I've seen here. What Alan has done is savage and barbaric, but I also understand it. Alan is the result of Millennium upbringing. To him, this was justified.
But how could you say such terrible things about the Millennium way of life, Celine?
It's easy. Our Millennium people are an incredibly selfish and ruthless race who care only for what they believe to be their rightful destiny. That is the reason I left Millennia before the transfer of planets was scheduled to begin. I couldn't bear to see our race destroy another world. You know I'm right. The two of us have found something better to live for than the glory of Millennium destiny. Here lies the result of such mindless devotion to a lost cause.
I wouldn't be too upset over his death since the chairman was a megalomaniac and got what he deserved.
But Doctor,
I can't believe you mean what you're saying, Dr. Corman.
He was a dangerous man who cared only for his personal ambition and nothing about the safety of the people on this planet. Alan may have done the world a service. Even now, a Millennium battlecruiser circles the Earth, searching for weaknesses in our defenses, waiting to strike, and they will strike. Retaliation is inevitable. That's right, inevitable. It's only a matter of time. Our late chairman was in league with these Millenniums. He was planning to overthrow the government. The untimely passing of our late chairman should not blind this council to the facts which prove conclusively that he was a traitor.
Lies, all lies. Just plain unbelievable.
No more of your insinuations. It's not the truth. Take a hike, Corman.
Get lost. We're sick of you.
Wait away. We don't want to hear any more.
Goodbye. Don't hurry back.
Wait, listen. You don't understand.
When the Millennium reprisal comes, I want you both safe in the hidden land. The one place they dare not destroy is the Eternal Tower at the edge of the Desert of the Dead.
boy, it seems like a long time ago when Alan and I first found the Eternal Tower.
Yes, a lot has happened since then.
Hey, boss. Dr. Corman's been expelled from the Scientific Council.
Huh?
And the orbit of the Millennium battlecruiser is moving steadily closer to Earth.
Yes, this entire planet is about to be destroyed. And I can't prevent it.
Report your status.
Commander, we are all clear and underway. We await your instructions.
Commander Goran, the top military mind of Millennia, plans his strategy.
These people are strong-willed. What about their defenses?
Strong-willed or not, all they have is their escape ship, which is no match for a true Millennium battleship.
Very good. Battle Force, carry out your mission.
Roger, Commander.
This is terrible. What are we gonna do? Don't those people ever give up?
I'm sorry, Chris, but we're on our own.
But
She's right. Don't worry, Celine has been working on a plan just in case this happened.
The plan I've been working on will take the cooperation of the Lamatal, the United Earth Government, and my people.
But will it work? Will they agree?
They must.
As the giant Millennium cruiser continues to race towards the Earth, Dr. Corman is again doing battle with the short-sighted international scientific community.
Dr. Corman, do you really expect us to believe your ridiculous story?
I do. Why can't you people see beyond the end of your noses? I can't. You and your politics, all of you are to blame. You simply won't learn. And what about you, huh? You know the chairman sold us out. The battle isn't over yet. The aliens are coming. Right now. Well,
Dr. Corman, you got the ISE to understand and they're gonna help us? That's great. We got a ship. Right, bye. He did it.
When do you think we can be ready?
Well, I'd say about 2 hours or so.
We're picking up a launch from the planet's surface, sir.
Red alert! Red alert!
Captain, the airship is closing fast on our port side.
They think they can match a Millennium battleship. That looks like a Millennium escape ship, but do they have shielding capability? This could be tougher than I thought. Weapons prepared to launch full attack.
Launch all attack vehicles to quadrant C5, code red.
All fighters to attack formation D. Hold your fire until I get a command. Acknowledge.
Affirmative, troop leader.
Roger, target in sight. All right, we're coming in. Fire!
Our shots are bouncing off them, sir.
What's going on here?
Return fire is getting heavy, sir.
I've been hit. I can't.
As the alien fighters continue their hopeless attack against the seemingly indestructible ship, the captain of the Millennium battlecruiser watches on in horror, and he decides the time has come for more desperate measures.
This can't be. They've destroyed every one of them. Prepare to fire the main guns immediately. I want them obliterated. Do you understand? Obliterated!
The two opposing ships move into position for a final showdown. A battle to the finish. The Millennium ship fires a full salvo at the escape ship, but to no avail. Even a direct hit does not damage her. At a well-timed moment, Celine's crew fires a single shot, rendering the Millennium battleship helpless in space.
Commander Goran, come in.
fighters have been destroyed. We have sustained heavy damage. All weapons and drive systems are inoperative. We're finished.
Wow, we did it! Your plan worked. We flew that Millennium battleship right out of space.
Funny how a person can feel happy and sad at the same moment.
Although Princess Olivia manages to hold back the full force of the tidal wave, which threatens the entire coastline of the Western Hemisphere, the Lamatalian leader can do little to stop the relentless effects of gravity caused by the Earth's proximity to the rogue planet Melania, a now critical situation that has transformed many of Earth's greatest cities into rubble-strewn ruins. The tremendous gravitational forces cause much of the Earth's surface to revert to a primordial state, with volcanic eruptions and earthquakes a constant reminder of just how close the planet is to total destruction. It is a unique situation which tests the strength of every freedom lover on Earth.
The planets will pass close enough to cause severe surface damage, but each planet's ability to maintain a continuity of life support will not be in jeopardy. Ha! But I still can't get over the assertion by the Congress of the ISC that they were responsible for this miracle!
No, what's past is past, Dr. Corman. Isn't it obvious to you?
Christopher!
You're acting like a spoiled brat. We can't always have everything just the way we want it, Dr. Corman, and that's that.
Well, you see, Chris, it's just that everyone gets so caught up in their own little scenarios.
Don't sidestep the issue, Dr. Corman. We should be grateful to be alive.
What? That's impossible.
That traitor Olivia must have had something to do with it. She must have monitored our conversations.
No, I've gone to a great deal of trouble to make certain that she didn't.
Nevertheless, this mission is important and must not fail. We will maintain radio silence until we find a way to finish off the Earth.
Far from the horror and destruction in Capital City, Dr. Corman leads a convoy of helicopters to the hidden land. Dr. Corman still senses that all of Earth's troubles are not yet over. As the airborne convoy enters the huge crater that leads into the hidden land, Dr. Corman ponders Olivia's mysterious departure. He is convinced that she has returned to take her place as leader of the remaining Lamatal and plans to find out firsthand what Olivia's plans are and what he, Christopher, and the people of Earth can do to help her.
All children are to report to Section C in Quadrant 4 for safety instructions. Engineering Group 7, take up stations in Sections A, Q, and J until further notice. If you have not yet received your assignments, please report to Building 45.
I'm glad you decided to return, Olivia. There's much left to do and not much time.
What more could there be to do?
It's time for you to tell our people why we are preparing for war, that their rightful rulers, those of true Millennian royal blood, are in danger, that they will be fighting against their own in a battle that may destroy the Lamatal.
I'd hoped that somehow we might be able to avoid this situation.
I guess we all did.
I wonder who this could be. Hi, Olivia.
Hello, Olivia.
Dr. Corman.
You're all right.
Yes, I'm all right, but you and Dr. Corman must leave here at once. The situation is much too dangerous.
Well, we figured the way in which you left probably meant that there was a problem, so we figured we ought to put a crew together and come to see if we could help.
You helped us when we needed it, so it's the least we could do.
Thank you.
It seems to me you're mobilizing your people and getting ready for some sort of conflict. Now, why don't you start telling me what's going on? This problem solution requires a scientific approach. And believe me, once I set my mind to the task, the rest was easy. It's all right here in this astronomical map. Here's our position relative to the sun. The Millennium flagship must be on this vector.
But why? By those calculations, that ship could be anywhere by now.
Very observant of you, Christopher.
Thanks.
Did I explain to you that I have spent the greater part of my life trying to answer questions like the one you have just asked?
There's still the matter of revenge against Olivia and the traitors to the Lamatal.
Not now. We will do nothing until further ordered, understand?
Understood.
Don't worry, Alan. The commander won't abandon us. He must have some great scheme in mind.
A nuclear strike would be disastrous and suicidal.
Oh, why don't you pipe down and listen to what the man has to say like the rest of us? It's the only way we can judge our best course of action.
We are all professional men in this room. I say once we are committed to destroying this alien threat, then all's fair in war. Do I make myself clear? Why do you insist on calling this new development a war? There's a great deal we can learn.
As scientists, we must always weigh the consequences before we act.
Gentlemen! If I could have your attention for one moment. The problem we address here is a very complicated one. I have been studying this problem from the very beginning, and I feel that the only choice we have is to contact the Queen of the Lamatal. I have worked with her in the past, and she seems to understand our system. I think something can be worked out with her. In fact, I'm sure of it.
Rubbish! We all know the Lamatal was responsible for our chairman's assassination.
Olivia had nothing to do with his assassination.
Let's see some proof, Dr. Corman. Dr. Corman needs to prove nothing. As far as I'm concerned, his word is good enough for me, but I'm still not convinced that any pact with our alien enemies will solve the problem at hand. We need to learn more about what is controlling that mysterious orb. Otherwise, we'll never be able to devise an adequate defense. Furthermore, I suggest it is imperative that the aliens realize that we humans control the destiny of our own planet.
The last time I checked, it seemed that we were controlling the destiny of their little world. Let's see if we can pave the way for our Millennian compatriots.
Right, good.
so beautiful here. So calm and peaceful. I'm glad you decided to walk with me, Christopher. I've been wanting to let you know how much I care about you, but I was afraid I wouldn't get the chance.
But how come?
I have to go away for a while, and I don't know if I'll be back.
No, you can't leave. I won't have anyone to talk to anymore, and I'll miss you.
I know. I'll miss you too, Chris. But I am the cause of the downfall of my people. I must come to terms with this and deal with my failure as the Queen Designate of Millennia.
Can't I help you?
No, not this time. I accepted this responsibility a long time ago. Olivia, you are now the Queen Designate of Millennia. You will someday be a very powerful woman. It is your duty to protect and defend the teachings of the royal house. Do you understand? Good. But here, I've realized those teachings were wrong.
You mean to destroy another world?
Yes, to destroy another world for the preservation of your own. You were my teacher, Christopher. Everything I am and believe in came from talking to you.
How could talking to me change your life? I'm just a little boy. I'm not a teacher.
Yes, that's right.
I don't understand, Olivia.
You have more courage and love in your heart than most adults. To destroy your life would make mine meaningless. And so very empty.
But
No, wait, let me finish. So you see, Christopher, you saved the Earth by opening my eyes to the destruction I was about to create.
Huh?
Thank you. I love you. Goodbye, Christopher.
A hero, wow!
Take care of yourself, Christopher.
I will. I promise. Bye-bye, Olivia. See you soon. A hero, me.
Floating down from the sky, lovely angel queen, it's you. Shaken from her long sleep, lovely angel queen, it's you. Touching others like a child, loving others for a while. Come and take my hand, my heart. In time we will be together.
冷静に。雪野君はお二人のお考え以上にしっかりしたお嬢さんですぞ。
ほらごらんなさい、所長さんはよくご存知なんだから。弥生を育てたのはこの私なんですからね。弥生がどんな子か私が一番よく知ってますよ。いいな。
何が？
おじさんとおばさん、本当に弥生さんのことが可愛くて仕方ないんだね。
そうさ、どんな親でも子供は可愛いもんだ。はじめ、お前寂しいんじゃないのか？
とんでもない。だって僕にはおじさんや弥生さんがいるんだもん。
そうか。
弥生さんだ。弥生さん、はじめくん。
いやあまり帰りが遅いもんで心配しとったんだ。
今まで弥生さんの家で待ってたんだよ。ごめんなさいね。ねえ弥生さん、ペンダントの秘密分かったの？ええ。それでどんな？
こちら無人探査衛星 ZG6789911 接近中の惑星の前方に正体不明の飛行物体を探知。飛行コースの推定によればその進路は地球。
委員長、ラーメン星より新たな飛行物体が接近中です。
何？ よし、わかった。引き続き観測を続けるよう連絡したまえ。コードナンバー BG58、応答願います。その格好は。
もはや顔を隠す必要がなくなりました。千年女王に私の正体を明かし、手を結ぶことにしましたからね。
いや、しかし千年女王は我々にとって。
今や同志です。
そんな。
今後この方針に従ってもらいます。で、委員長、あなたのご用件は？
はい、それがまたしてもラーメタルからの飛行物体がこの地球に。
一体何の目的？
いかがいたしましょう。
とにかく直ちに迎撃態勢を取りなさい。
女王からその後何か連絡はあったか？
いえ、まだ何もありません。
女王、大至急ラーメタルにコンタクトを取ってください。先ほどから聖女王がお待ちかねです。
聖女王か。聖女王、私です。よくお聞き、千年女王。お前の役目は終わりました。お前は新しい女王と交代するのです。聖女王、その理由をお聞かせください。お前自身の胸に問うてみよ。私は何も間違ったことはしておりません。言葉を慎み、私が何も知らぬと思っておるのか。お前の部下はまた私の忠実な部下でもあることを忘れるな。私の部下、まさかヤモリ、本日ただいまよりお前を幽閉します。
何ですって？どういうことですか、これは。
今日まで私はお前のことを最も忠実な部下だと信じてきましたが、残念です。連れて行きなさい。
女王、あなたは一体誰の味方なんですか？ラーメタル人ですか、それとも地球人なんですか？女王、お答えください。
いけない、ちとくさん。おじさん、行ってきます。
で、飛行物体の位置は？はい、火星の軌道上でポイント X105、速度は76宇宙キロです。そうか。
IDH よりコールがあります。
チャンネルを切り替えろ。はい。地球への侵入を断固阻止せよ。全機ターキー発進。なんだろことだ。あれほど言っておいたのに。おい、委員長やめなさい、委員長。
ご自分の部屋にはいらっしゃらないようです。
何？すぐに探すんだ。
おじさん、飛行物体って何なの？
そんなことお前は心配せんでいい。早く学校へ行きなさい。はい。
弥生のお嫁に行く夢なんですよ。綺麗な花嫁さんなんて。バカを言うな。そんな話聞きたくもないわい。おじいさんどうしたんですか？おじいさんってば。弥生。おはよう。弥生。いいんだよ、そんなことしなくたって。そんなことはばあさんにやらせなさい、ばあさんに。いいのよ、父さん。私今までこういうことやらなさすぎたんですもの。私だってこのうちの家族よ。少しぐらいお手伝いしなくちゃ。そうだ、忘れてた。はい、これ。なんだこりゃ。お誕生日のプレゼントよ。誕生日？そうかそうか、すまんな、弥生。しかし、わしの誕生日はまだ1ヶ月も先じゃが。いいじゃないですか、おじいさん。弥生はきっと待ちきれなかったんでしょうから。ねえ、弥生。そういうわけか。ところで一体この箱には何が入っているのかな？私にも見せてくださいな。これはわしのプレゼントなんだから。弥生。ありがとうよ。これ、お母ちゃんによ。私に。はい、最速ラーメン堂です。弥生ですか？ちょっとお待ちを。弥生、女の人からだよ。はい。もしもし、お電話変わりましたが。至急、会って話したいことがあるのですが。はい。はい、わかりました。では、中央公園で。お母さん、私ちょっと出かけてきます。出かけるとお前どこへ？
本当にもう、委員長はまだか？はい、まだ帰っておられないようです。あれほど無益な戦いは避けるようにと言っておいたのに。そうだ、雪乃君だ。はい、今行きますよ、もう。はい、最速ラーメン堂です。所長さん、おはようございます。弥生、それが。何？いない？わかりました。じゃあ戻ったら至急わしに電話をくれるように言ってくれませんか？ごめんください。まったく、今日は八方塞がりだな。ラーメタルからの飛行物体がこの地球に向かっていることは知っているわね。はい。その目的を知りたいの。訳がありそうね。言ってごらんなさい。実は、聖女王が私に代わって新しい女王。新しい女王。一体何があったのですか？まさかあのゲラが私たちのことを聖女王に。聖女王に知らせたのは私の親衛隊長のヤモリです。親衛隊長ともあるのに信じていた。で、あなたはこれからどうするつもりなの？新しい譲渡の交代は拒否します。覚悟はできているのに、間もなく新しい女王の船がこの地球にやってきます。でも私はこの地球を明け渡すつもりはありません。私もできる限りの協力をする。すでに IDH には委員長を通して地球侵入を阻止するように命令してあるから、それはいけないわ。私一人のために多くの犠牲者を出してほしくないの。でももう今頃聖女王の船に勝てるはずはありません。お願い、すぐに攻撃を中止させて。わかりました。飛行物体発見。サイズ全長200メートル、直径40メートル。警告に対し応答なし。攻撃だ。攻撃開始。編隊を解け。挟み撃ちにする。攻撃開始。全滅です。第2波迎撃隊の用意をするんだ。第2波迎撃隊、スタンバイ。はい、いらっしゃいます。委員長、お電話が入ってます。わかった。もしもし。 に攻撃を中止しなさい。
しかしこのままでは。
命令です。あとは千年女王にお任せなさい。
もしもし。
所長、私です。
おお、イルミナ君、探しとったんだ。君なら今接近中の宇宙船が何のために地球に向かっているのか知ってるだろう。教えてくれんかね。
それは今は申し上げられません。
そうか。とにかくなんとか話し合いで IDH との戦いをやめさせることはできないものかね。
それならもう大丈夫です。IDH は攻撃を中止しました。
本当か。
あの宇宙船はこちらから手出しをしない限り何もしません。
だがあんな恐ろしいものが地球にやってきたらえらいことになってしまうぞ。
ですから私からもぜひお願いしたいことがあるんです。あの宇宙船は数時間後に 1000m タワーの上空に到着します。
何？
その時タワーから8軒2キロ以内に誰も立ち入らないようにしてほしいです。そしてくださればあとは私が。
君が？
私が解決しなければいけないことです。お願いいたします。
よし、わかった。やってみよう。
すみません、所長。ごきげんよう。お元気で。
ごきげんよう。お元気で。何を言っとる。まさかユキノ君は。
なかなか似合いますよ。
こっちに接近してきます。所長、もう肉眼で確認できるのではないかと思いますが。ああ。待てよ、雨漏り。何をそんなに急いでんだよ。
知ってんぞ、知ってんぞ。またラーメン屋のお姉さんとか行くんだろ。な。
そんなんじゃないよ。今に大変なことが起こるんだ。どいてくれよ。
おい、大変ってなんだよ。
待てよ。
言ったか、言ったよ。大変そうだ。何が？
まあ、綺麗だこと。ねえ、あんた、恋の実とばつくづく娘持ってよかったと思うでしょ。
まあな。臨時ニュースだぞ。
臨時ニュースを申し上げます。本日午後2時20分頃、筑波学園都市の 1000m タワー上空に正体不明の宇宙船が飛来しました。それでは現場の様子をご覧ください。